Okay. Chalo, I'll go slowly with the chapter. Okay? Because this last session I finished with 15 minutes. I finished the chapter. But slowly understand. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunivadi Ashadade Shatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Purushottam Yoga, Yoga of the Supreme Person. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Urdham Moolam Adha Shaka Ashwatam Prahu Avyayam Chandamsi Yasa Parnani Yastam Vedana Vedavit. Supreme Personality Godhead said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that is root upward and branches down, whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. So this kind of a tree, actually, the roots are up, doesn't exist. It has a very serious conclusion. The serious conclusion is there is a reality. If say, I give you a very nice point. Suppose you look at a picture of an apple. I wish I keep all this in my table. They give a picture of an apple. And looking at a picture of an apple, your mouth starts salivating. In fact, even these presentations can be embellished with so many examples to give. They can be broken down into images and all. So the presentations can be more fine. Now, different teachers present different ways. Now we have picture of an apple. Now, picture of an apple, when you see, your mouth is salivating. That means what? There is a real apple somewhere and you're eating that. You know the taste. This word is like that. This, when you look for water in a mirage, means there is water somewhere and you have drunk that water. Therefore, you're running for a water in a mirage. This shadow tree doesn't exist except in a shadow in a water. But we are running about this tree because there is somewhere a real tree and we are thinking this is a tree. Even though it's a reflection, it looks like the real tree. And we run around trying to enjoy. In the top of the tree are the Devatas, the Brahma, headed by Brahma, Surya. You can see all the personalities here. You can see Brahma is there, Surya is there. This is Saraswati, and this is Ganesha, the Gandharvas, all you can see. Indra, we can see on the top of the tree. And below are, the reptiles, insects, and human beings are in between. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, four Purusharthas in this tree. And here, what we are supposed to do is cut down this tree in which we are lost. Because this tree is the true tree of illusion. It's a temporary, it's a reflection. It's not an illusion in the sense that it doesn't exist. It does exist, but it's a reflection only. The real tree is somewhere else. Just like I look at somebody, and actually, why do I say somebody is beautiful or ugly? Because I'm comparing him to the beauty in the spiritual world. Now, somebody's hand is cut, I discussed yesterday. Why we get shocked? Because spiritual body cannot be cut. So we are used to the spiritual world and we are thinking this is a spiritual world. Looking at just the body made of flesh and urine, I can know I'm in a prisoner's dress. And the prisoner's dress that I'm in, which is not spiritual, is a proof of my revolt to the authority of the law. Therefore, I'm here in this world, trying to be a king on my own and not accepting the real king and becoming a servant. I've become a so-called king jumping around in this world and competing with other so-called kings. Not that every king gets a kingdom. Yes, fight among yourselves. That's in material world. So when I understand my foolishness of roaming in the street and trying to be the king here, I jump across the ocean of this foolish desire to be independent of the Lord, fall under the lotus feet of Krishna, and hold those lotus. Yes, my Lord, I am your servant. And then engage in whatever service you want with the Lord. In Krishna, in Krishna Narayana Rupa, you have to continue to be conscious that he is a servant, he is the Lord. But in Krishna, in the spiritual world, you don't know that actually. Krishna makes you forget. Where Radharani, she also, Krishna makes her forget. Therefore, she said, I know what you did as Lord Rama. You see, you read Bhagavatam, I know what you did. Huh? That poor Bali, you killed him from behind. Huh? You didn't even fight with him. And that poor person, another person, Bali Maharaj, 3 steps, you stole everything. I know you, what kind of person you are. She has nice fun pulling his leg. But you cannot do that in the Narayana form. So there are the ecstasy. This is the cow so attracted to Krishna's lotus feet. You can be Mother Yashoda, you can be the Gopas, you can be the Gopis. That's the spiritual world. And eternally enjoy spiritual happiness, and happiness that is expanding. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam. Every day Mother Yashoda plays with Krishna. Krishna doesn't die, she doesn't die. Krishna is same age, she's also same age, she doesn't grow in age, he doesn't grow in age eternally. Relationship is same, pastimes are also similar, while love is increasing every day. That's the spiritual world. Unlimitedly keeps expanding, happiness expands unlimitedly. But here is the middle world, trying to boss over each other, exploit each other, cheat each other. This is the world. And this is the world of love, this is the world of lust. And in between is our foolish desire to be independent of the law. Give up that desire, go back to the spiritual world. See, metal world only exists. Somebody asked Acharya Prabhupada, why did Krishna send me to this world, not allowing me to be there in the world? He said, he didn't want to send you. You forced him. That is our position. You forced him and he jumped into this tree, which is a shadow of the original tree. Just a shadow. In the shadow of a tree in water, there is nothing. You see an apple, you till the time you put your mouth in the apple, I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy. There is anticipation. When you put mouth in the image, there is no enjoyment. Only water comes in your mouth. So there is no only enjoyment in this world is an anticipation. You think I'll meet Miss World in the world, I'll be so happy. I'm meeting. She gave me an appointment, I'm meeting. I will be having dinner together with them. So nice. I'm sitting next to her. And when I go near, the body is stinking because all the body in the world sweat and stink. And all illusion. There is no happiness, but happiness is an anticipation. It is anticipation. That's the middle world. All happiness is foolishness. So this is the tree. The branch of the tree extend down and upward, nourished by the three modes of meditation. The twigs of the objects. This tree also the roots going down, bound to the fruitive action of the human society. And then look at the conclusion. The real form of the tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, where its foundation is. But with determination, one must, what it should do? One must cut down this tree with the weapon of detachment. Cut this tree of illusion means get out of this, jump out of this tree and swim across the water of revolt against the Lord. Your desire to be independent of the Lord and follow the Krishna's lotus feet. Hold those lotus feet. Krishna, I am your servant. I'm sorry. I did not know. I thought I'm independent and tried so much gymnastics. But I came to know actually I'm your servant. Please give me shelter. Kamadi nama kati nakati the palita durnidevan. Great Acharya says Prabodhananda Saraswati. Kamadi nama kati nakati the palita durnidesha. Kama, I tried to fulfill Kama and other Kama Krodha, the sister brother. How many ways? Whatever direction they followed. Palita durnidesha. Tesham jat me, even though I tried to do na karuna, I got no mercy, na tapa, no shame, na upashanti. On the top of the mind is not satisfied. Suppose you get a job in which mercilessly, shamelessly they make you work, and at the end the boss is not satisfied. What you will do? You'll definitely give resignation. They said, Usvijayatan, my dear mind, get lost. Sampratam love the buddhi. Now I become intelligent. Mam niyungsha, my Lord, please give me shelter. So this is what should our prayer to be. I was roaming around the world not knowing anything. I thought I am the Lord. Now I came to know I am actually servant of God. My real happiness is in taking shelter of God. That is perfection of life. But it takes some time. Some people understand it immediately. Some people take many births to get. Pahunam janamanamante jnanavan ma prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudullabha. We read in the 7th chapter. Bahunam janmanamante. Many, many births we take. Jnanavan ma prapadyate. People take my shelter. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan ma prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Krishna is everything. Samahatma Sudurlava, such a great soul is very, very rare. Okay. So it takes time. Mahatma is not easy. We remain Duratma until we take shelter of Krishna. So doing, one must seek the place from which having gone, one never returns. And they surrender to the Supreme Personality Godhead, from whom everything has begun and whom everything is abiding since time immemorial. Since time immemorial, everything is abiding. So we should go to the place and surrender to the Lord. Okay? Seek, not this shadow, go to the real tree. When you see so much beauty in the shadow, tell me how much more beautiful than in the real tree. You see a shadow of water, shadow of a tree in water. That will look attractive. Just imagine how much beautiful the real tree will be. Now, this world with all the nature looks so beautiful sometimes. Just imagine how beautiful the spiritual world will be. Therefore, Krishna says about the spiritual world in the next verse. He says, Natat bhashate shuryo na shashanka na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Somehow go back to the spiritual world. Natadabhashite Shuryo. I told you Bhagavad Gita, the love letter by Krishna. My dear child, come back. Why? Natadabhashite Shuryo. You know, spiritual world, there is no need of sun and the moon. Everything is so bright. You can just see, so bright. Natadabhashite Shuryo. Na shashankana pavakaha. Yadgatva na nivartante. Just enter there, you'll never come back. Tadhama paramam. My place is so beautiful. Just come once, my dear child. You'll never come back to this foolish world. Natadabhashate shuryo na shashankana pavakaha. Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramam. My abode is so beautiful. My dear child, come back home. Just like a mother saying, Bete ghar aaja. ठीक है ममै अंश जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातनः मनःषष्ठानि इंद्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति ममै अंश जीवलोके. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Jivabhuta Sanatanaha, eternally. Just like mother says, child is a part of the body, Krishna says, you are part of my body. Jivabhuta Sanatana, eternally a part and parcel. Manashashtani Indriyani, with the six senses, Prakasistani Karshati, they're struggling very hard. Mavai Amsha Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha, Manashashtani Indriyani, Prakritistani Karshati. Okay, so Krishna is not very happy as you are suffering in this world. The living entity in the metal world carries a different constitutional life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. So we develop some unwanted desires and we go to another body because of that. The living entity that's taking another gross body obtains certain type of ear, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He does enjoy the particular set of sense objects. Okay, just we saw the nose, face, going on. The foolish, actually, we can connect that. That was there in which chapter? That was there in mind control. You can keep it here also. You can understand. I remember I showed you that example of liquid beauty. There I showed you that different faces. There is not much difference. Okay, now we can understand this. The living entity that's taking another obtain a certain type of ear, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He does enjoy the particular set of sense objects. Correct? See? This eyes, nose are grouped around the mind based on the kind of proclivity, desires you develop. New set you get. When you wake up, you die, it's just like sleeping. And you wake up, another set of eyes is there, different kind of nose is there, and different kind of ear is there. Not much difference. We take this species, that species. Almost the design is similar. हो गया 50% chapter khatam, only 20 shloka. The foolish cannot understand how living entity can quit his body, nor they can understand what sort of body enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But whose eyes are trained by knowledge can see all this. So this person cannot understand what's wrong with his car because he has no knowledge. We have no knowledge. He's opening the what you call bonnet, but he can't understand anything because he doesn't know how car functions. Mechanic comes immediately on the job because he has knowledge. Both are seeing, but one is seeing with knowledge, one is seeing without knowledge. That's the problem. So many people say, I look at this word, there is no God. Yeah, because you have no knowledge. You look with knowledge, immediately you see what is to be seen. You see a flower. Even a painting, somebody makes a flower or take a photograph, you give him a prize. Somebody who makes a real flower with all the texture and the smell, you don't want to give him any credit. The endeavoring translators who study self-realization can see all this. Can see all this. But those who are not studied in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, although they may try to. Is spiritual knowledge not something you can grasp? It is understandable after you advance in spiritual life. When I enter into each planet, by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply juice of life to all vegetables. I am the fire of digestion in every living body, and I am the air of life, outgoing and incoming, by which I digest the four kinds of food stuff. What are the four kinds of food stuff? Something you chew, one. Something you swallow, something you suck, something you lick. The four kinds of food stuff. So it's a all called four kinds of food stuff. I help you to digest. We don't know how digestion happens. System arranged by the Lord. We didn't make the system. None of us was born and made a design or system. Neither the scientist could do that. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. I'm sitting in everybody's heart. Mata smriti jnanam anupohanam cha. From me comes smriti, memory. Jnanam, fresh knowledge. Apohanam, forgetfulness. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. Mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Vedesha sarva ahame vedya. Through all the Vedas I have to be known. Vedanta Krita Veda Videva Chaham. I'm the compiler of the Veda and knower of the Veda. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishto. I am situated in everybody's heart. Mata Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha. From me come knowledge, memory, and forgetfulness. Vedesha Sarva Ahame Veda. Through all the Vedas I have to be known. I'm the compiler of the Veda and knower of the Vedas. The two classes of being, the fallible and the infallible. In metal world, every entity is fallible, and spiritual world, every entity is infallible. Beside these two, there is the greatest being person, Lord Himself, who has entered into these words and is maintaining them. Beside two, the God is there, who has entered this word and is maintaining them. So fallible and infallible means just like we fallible, we left the service to the Lord, and this body is a sign of a revolt against the service to the Lord. Definitely we are fallible, that's why we are here. And there is infallible. The Lord, devotees like Hanuman, they never give up service to the Lord. They're infallible. Beyond this to follow Kshara, Bhagavad Gita uses the word Shara for fallible, Akshara, never fallible. There is Purushottama, the Supreme Lord. Here is Krishna. Yeah, we can compare also with Lord. These all girls, 16,100 girls, prayed for Krishna to save them. Just like Jarasandha had also kidnapped 21,000 men, boys. So girls were kidnapped by one, boys were kidnapped by another. Maybe palaces were empty then. So after that, the boys prayed. That's why Krishna went. The kings were lying there. Krishna went with Bhima and Arjuna, if you know. And Bhima picked up duel with Jarasandha and he tore him to pieces. You know that, I think, threw that into parts. And that's how they were liberated, those kings. These young girls were kidnapped here. And they were all not ordinary girls. See, nothing happened accidentally. Ordinary girls cannot marry Krishna. They were all great devotees. To be on the platform of Lakshmi to serve Krishna, you need to do tapasya of many, many, many births. They were all born here. The various reasons given why they were having such elevated status. By arrangement, Krishna came to reclaim them. And when Krishna came here, they were intensely praying to Krishna before that time. That's why Krishna came. on Satyabhama, on his Garuda. He didn't bring any army. He destroyed the whole army of this Narakasura, also known as Bhaumasura, alone. Alone. Just with his all weapons Krishna has, with his Gada, with his Chakra, everything. He destroyed everything. When he entered the palace, all these girls came, were lying there. They were so happy to see Krishna, so happy. Even the parents could not protect them. And they saw Krishna, so beautiful. And what a hero, alone, alone, destroyed a whole army, alone. Anybody goes to war with his wife, he went with wife and destroyed the whole army. There is a reason why it took Satyabhama, there is another reason. Because the demon had a blessing, which Satyabhama could cancel. Okay, if you know the story, please, interesting. And then after that, he came inside. All the girls said, give your address, I'll send you back. They said, what address? We are not going anywhere. We want to marry you. You know what happened to Mother Sita? People made fun of her. So we are also lying kidnapped here. Who will marry us? And so we have no life. And one thing. Second thing, after seeing you as such a great hero, who will marry anybody else? Now, what Krishna has to say? Yes or no? How can God say no when anybody comes falls at his lotus feet for shelter? So Krishna says, okay. And Krishna expanded to 16,100 forms and expanded personally, had everybody accepted and became husband to everybody. Built 16,100 palaces extra, already at 8 wives. There's 1,600. Vishwakarma, Jaldi. And before the time Krishna did, Dwaraka palaces were ready. Vishwakarma works the speed of mind. He's extraordinary engineer of the Devatas. Ready. All palaces studded with diamond, gold, I love ivory, so beautiful. And he gave that wealth to each one of the girls. And then after that, he used to hardly walk out of the palace. This queens used to say, I think he's a henpecked husband that doesn't go only. That is Krishna's love. Krishna is Atma Rama and Swarat, fully happy within himself. He doesn't need anybody's care, but he reciprocates love of every devotee and makes a devotee feel as if he can't leave him. But actually, that is his mercy, not that he needs us. Krishna is always Swarat and fully satisfied in himself. So we should never therefore impose our conscience of the Lord. That becomes an offense. So beside these two, there is greatest living. I'm trying as slowly as possible. Personality, the Lord himself has entered into this world and is maintaining them. Now three more shlokas remain. Chalo, next one. Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and infallible, because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the word and the Veda, supreme person, Purushottama. I am transcendental. I am not the Shara or Akshara. Here is Brahma Vimolila. You know what Brahma did? Let me tell the story also. Spend some time. Brahma stole all the coward boys because he could not believe a child holding butter in his hand can be God. He could not believe. I'm moving in coward boys, milking cows. He's God, huh? My Narayana. And Krishna duplicated the whole scene. Duplicated the whole scene. Brahma took the boys away, the calves away. Krishna duplicated everything. He became expanded to Narayana, thousands of Narayana, and each became either the calf or the boy with the same dress, with the same habits, with the same kind of taste. And Krishna went back to house. He has come to play in the forest every day, bring the cows for grazing and go back. Went back, everything is duplicated. Nobody came to know. Nobody for 1 year, nobody came to know. Then 1 year later, when Brahma came back to check, what? I hidden all these things in a cave, but here everything is there. Then as Brahma was looking, Krishna made everything into Narayana. Brahma knows Narayana, whom he sees every day. He falls, my God, so many Narayana there. What's happening here? And Krishna was sitting like this. So you thought I'm not God? This is it. So this is the Brahma Vimo Leela, very nicely explained in the Bhagavad. And after that, Brahma offers beautiful prayers to the Lord. Because I am transcendent beyond both the fallible and the infallible, because I am the greatest, I am seated both in the word and the Veda, supreme person. And the Devatas know that. Om Tada Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryaha. This is called Dandavat Pranam. All Devatas daily give Pranam. Om Tada Vishnu Paramam Padam. See, this is the position of Devatas, always offering prayers. Shiva just got up from his prayer. All offer daily prayers to the Lord. Not the thing they're competing God, everybody is God, I am God. It's all crazy stuff. God is one. Om Tadi Vishnu Paramapadam, always at the lotus feet of the Lord. All the Devatas are always offering prayers to the lotus feet of the Lord. Shiva Virinchi Nutam is worshipped by both Shiva and Brahma. What about our other devatas like Indra? Other? God is one. Here is Brahma offering prayers. And there was this Bhudevi went to Brahma, so much problem enough. Said, okay, it's too difficult. Let us all. So all devatas he calls, they go to Shira ocean, and all the devatas, you see that Shiva is there, Indra is there, Brahma is there, all Ganesha, all devatas are offering prayers to the Narayana. And within the heart of Brahma, the Lord appears. He didn't make darshan to everybody. Sometimes he comes and gives darshan to everybody. And this time he didn't. And he came to the heart of Brahma. Brahma, please tell this message. I'm coming down. Tell all the devatas take birth in the Yadava family. We will have very sweet pastime. Here is Lord Shiva. Parvati asked him, everybody worships you. They think you are God, but who are you worshipping all the time? And Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param. The worship, among the worship, you worship of Vishnu is the greatest. Anyway, you knew that I'll speak this. I'm sitting in Vaishnava Tilak. Don't expect anything, but I'm giving you Shastra Pramana, not speaking whimsically. Now 19, not only 2 verses remaining in this short chapter. Whoever knows me, the Supreme Personality, Godhead, without doubting is to be understood with knower everything. And he therefore engages himself in full devotion service, O son of Bharat. So there are 3 knowledges given in Bhagavad Gita. One thing is knowledge is we are not the body, we are spirit, soul. The second knowledge is that the Lord is present in our heart as Paramatma. Third knowledge is that the greatest pleasure in life is the sweet pastime Lord going in Vaikuntha. If I can engage in Lord's service, my life is successful. That is called engage in full devotion service. Guhyat, Guhyatara, Guhyatamam, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Okay, here is Lord Shiva meditating on Sankarshana, his worshipable deity. And in fact, he keeps doing tapasya and waiting for Sankarshana to give indication. And when he gets an indication, he starts with Tandava and destroys the world. Because his service is destruction. But till the time, he's always in his meditation. Iti gohyatamam shastram yudam muktam maya naga etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakritya sacha bharata. The most confidential part of Vedic scripture of sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Who understand this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. So understand Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatamam, then you become wise and your life becomes perfect. This is Krishna sitting and talking to Arjuna. Okay, this chapter is done. So what do? We continue with science and spirituality, and after that we come back. So a little you have to come back to your college days, and we little now move the students be little technical, because it will involve some technicality, but I'll keep physics and chemistry away because we can't remember that. But I hope it will be appreciated. As youngsters, they like revolutionary
Prabhuji,
language, and we bit of revolutionary language, taking. Here it is.
Prabhuji, we have a question on chat. Can
How
we
much
take
we have
one
done?
question?
I think we did this thing yesterday. Correct. I think I might have stopped here. Generally, I stopped here. Did I also talk about quantum, the problem, admins? Oh,
Hare
sorry.
Krishna Prabhuji, we need to start from quantum.
And did I talk about this quantum? Did I explain this 100-year-old problem?
No Prabhuji,
I stopped here.
before this slide.
I didn't do. Did I show this?
Yes Prabhuji.
Then I just did these slides. Okay. This was really enough sweet, very sweet. The girl really sweet. And both the time she looks so serious, and her words are very sober and very pleasant. No anger, no harshness. The new one, the girl which has taken this thing, she's so passionate. Like that, she saw Trump, she was staring it with anger. That's like childish behavior. But this girl looks quite sober. If you have to convince the world, you cannot be rajasic and passionate. Nobody will appreciate it. You have to be sober and put your points with gentleness. People will accept. You cannot force somebody to accept your conclusion. You have to present gently. People will think about it. Everybody has his own freedom to decide. We cannot force our conclusions to somebody. She looks quite sober, quite convincing. Okay, we live in a world of guided missile and misguided men. So we brought locomotion in, but we lost the fresh air. We brought entertainment, but we got alienated eviction society. We brought industrialization, but we got congestion and other problems. We brought thermal power plant, but because one of the reasons we got deforestation, loss of biodiversity, and global warming. We brought medicines, but the main problem today is unhealthy lifestyle. Just like somebody told me recently, sir, sitting is new smoking. Means just sitting on a chair one day is not good for health. I do appreciate. It's all modern lifestyles are actually made because of diseases today. I used to think the top environmental problems are biodiversity loss, ecosystem collapse, and climate change. I thought that 30 years of good science could have addressed this problem. I was wrong. That's what everybody thinks. Oh no, you give science enough time, they'll undo the damage they did. They cannot do anything because they're also helpless. One thing, they don't know that science undo the damage. Secondly, people are gone crazy. They want to destroy themselves. Just like suppose somebody is sitting at a branch and is cutting in front of him, the branches fall. So people are gone crazy now. They don't mind destruction. Top environmental problems are actually selfishness, greed, and apathy. We want more resources than Earth, what it can supply. That's the cause of destruction of the planet. And to deal with these, we need a cultural and spiritual transformation. People have to become simple living, high thinking. That we need to bring spirituality. Culture and spiritual transformation has to occur. And we scientists don't know how to do that. That's not our area. This is our US advisor on climate. So science itself is saying, can spirituality come in? We have a common problem. See, end of the day, if Earth is closed, everybody will suffer. Spiritualists, materialists, everybody will suffer. So we have to be together now. We make all those scientists or spiritualists, but there is no time of taking any pride. We have to work together to solve the problem, whatever the problem is. There is an environmental disaster today, and can anyway spiritualists contribute? It is welcome. This is scientists are saying they are welcome to work with us together. That is where we should accept the extended hand of friendship. Let us work together. Okay, did I explain yesterday this problem, quantum problem? Edwin?
No, Prabhuji. We need to start.
Sure?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now, this is little technical, so please do not mind. I'm trying to increase the volume as much as possible. This is a video which explains what is the quantum problem. It's a very simple video. Little technicalities involved in trying to, but you can understand it.
And here we are, the granddaddy of all quantum weirdness, the infamous double slit experiment. To understand this experiment, we first need to see how particles, or little balls of matter, act. If we randomly shoot a small object, say a marble, at the screen, we see a pattern on the back wall where they went through the slit and hit. Now, if we add a second slit, we would expect to see a second band duplicated to the right. Now, let's look at waves. The waves hit the slit and radiate out, striking the back wall with the most intensity directly in line with the slit. The line of brightness on the back screen shows that intensity. This is similar to the line the marbles make. But when we add the second slit, something different happens. If the top of one wave meets the bottom of another wave, they cancel each other out. So now there is an interference pattern on the back wall. Places where the two tops meet are the highest intensity, the bright lines, and where they cancel, there is nothing. So when we throw things, that is matter, through two slits, we get this, two bands of hits. And with waves, we get an interference pattern of many bands. Good so far. Now, let's go quantum. An electron is a tiny, tiny bit of matter, like a tiny marble. Let's fire a stream through one slit. It behaves just like the marble, a single band. So, if we shoot these tiny bits through two slits, we should get, like the marbles, two bands. What? An interference pattern. We fired electrons, tiny bits of matter through. But we get a pattern like waves. not like little marbles. How? How could pieces of matter create an interference pattern like a wave? It doesn't make sense. But physicists are clever. They thought, maybe those little balls are bouncing off each other and creating that pattern. So they decide to shoot electrons through one at a time. There is no way they could interfere with each other. But after an hour of this, the same interference pattern is seen to emerge. The conclusion is inescapable. The single electron leaves as a particle, becomes a wave of potentials, goes through both slits, and interferes with itself to hit the wall like a particle. But mathematically, it's even stranger. It goes through both slits and it goes through neither. And it goes through just one and it goes through just the other. All of these possibilities are in superposition with each other. But physicists were completely baffled by this. So they decided to peek and see which slit it actually goes through. They put a measuring device by one slit to see which one it went through and let it fly. But the quantum world is far more mysterious than they could have imagined. When they observed, the electron went back to behaving like a little marble. It produced a pattern of two bands, not an interference pattern of many. The very act of measuring or observing which slit it went through meant it only went through one, not both. The electron decided to act differently, as though it was aware it was being watched. And it was here that physicists stepped forever into the strange, never world of quantum events. What is matter? Marbles or waves? And waves of what? And what does an observer have to do with any of this? The observer collapsed the wave function simply by observing.
Now, first look at the joke. The hope that the riddle of quantum will be solved during my lifetime is receding with every passing day. Even a scientist of the caliber, the greatest scientist they say in history, could not solve it. One of the main reasons is the science doesn't acknowledge presence of consciousness. Even today, they say there is consciousness, they will think it is just hallucination of particles combining. They don't know consciousness is the energy. It's a symptom of the presence of soul. And in so many ways it can affect things. I think it is safe to say no one understands quantum mechanics. Do not keep saying to yourself if you can possibly avoid it. How can it be like that? Nobody knows how can it be like that. Look at the statement tops Nobel laureates make. Interpretation of the quantum formulas today, almost a century after the advent, unprecedented distinction, most controversial problem. Okay, now recently one book came. December 2000 is the 100th anniversary of the greatest discovery ever made in the world of physics, the quantum. To celebrate, I will propose a conference titled The Quantum, the Glory and the Shade. Why glory? Because there is not a branch of physics which is not quantum, has not helped to do it. Why shade? Because we do not still know what is quantum. Can you understand? Can't even state the problem, forget the solution. This is the condition of the science today. So, an externally banned display, there are two kinds of scientists, the real scientists, R&D scientists, and show bottle scientists. Show bottle scientists will say, yeah, the RAM is like this, the battery is like this. The real scientists will say, why the mobile within half a day battery gets over? He's a real scientist. He knows the problems. The real scientists know there is a problem. We don't know what's even quantum. We are pulling banned because theory is shade. We just not able to even state the problem. Okay. I think, did you get hold of it? So the point is this, that there are fundamental, long-standing, unsolved problems in the science. And these problems are coming because at this area, see, there are three things in existing: matter, spirit, and God. And the science is ignoring existence, soul, and God, only saying matter exists. But the area where the matter interacts with either the consciousness of soul or with God, the phenomena changes. And science is not able to give any answer. Their theories fail, just like quantum. Okay. So there are three areas we can see: quantum, consciousness, and creation. Let us study. Quantum, I told you. Okay. Brief, I gave you. This is a very big discussion. It is. I just want to limit myself. Consciousness, I gave you. I told you 18 is a way-not body. It was logical. Science cannot explain it because it has a problem. I'll tell you why. And then thirdly, let us look at creation. Conscious studies we already did. Okay, so I don't have to go to that again. Okay, we spent time in that already. Before I go to the solution and connect the thing, let us be direct to go to the connect. At the end, I will do glorification. Why we do glorification? Let us go here. What is the mistake in the fundamental assumption science is making? Science has held that all phenomena, this is an axiom within science, which is actually creating all the problems. There are three fundamental axioms. Two of them are creating serious problems. One of them is fundamental laws are same everywhere. Why? That's an assumption. Vaikuntha, your laws don't work. Time, nothing works. And then second assumption is that all phenomena can be reduced to an equation. Why? Why you are limiting the truth to be the way, let the truth be to be the way it is. Everything will not come inside an equation, sir. Today you are attending class, that was your choice. It could not have been forced in any way. You cannot, a living entity cannot be put inside an equation. We are living entity, we are not matter, dead matter. So they insist on this, therefore it stays. Science has held that in all phenomena can be described in terms of a measurable quality which can be calculated using mathematical laws. The premise, which you call as principle of reductionism, imply that reality is essentially simple and that human beings, through power of mind and senses, ultimately fully understand nature, origin, phenomenon of the universe. This is an assumption. Why do you say everything will come inside an equation? Therefore, somebody told me in science there is no place for soul and body. Yes, in your science, nonsense science, in which there is no, this foolish assumption line. It is exactly like I lose my key and I look where light is there. It can be anywhere, no? So let the truth be whatever it is. Why you're saying truth can come inside an equation? Why? Just like you are attending the class today, I did right hand, left hand. No, you cannot describe an individual in an equation. He's outside the equation. And you cannot do that, so okay, that's your science. So because they are limiting themselves, chaining themselves, caging themselves by this assumption that everything truth means, which comes as an equation, science can only have a partial study of matter. I told you, quantum is also matter only, but they cannot study that. Partial study of matter. But when you agree that soul and God exist, your actually knowledge is complete. That's Vedic science. Then you will ask why in Vedic science they don't make a refrigerator or AC. So they don't have time. They focus on soul and God. Simple living, high thinking. Vedavyasa, who can write this exotic shlokas of Bhagavad and Bhagavad Gita, don't you think he can create an AC for himself? He doesn't have time for wasting. He's focused on something much more. But this intellectually much more higher. This is Jadavastu. Bending an iron, you are very proud. I'm bending iron. They're having Gita class, but see, I'm bending iron. I'm more intelligent. Yeah, you can be proud and satisfy yourself and some foolish follower. But intelligent man, Vedavyasa says, Manda sumanda matayo, manda bhaga upaditaha, prana alpayusha sabhya. This Kaliga people, this is a characteristic. Prana alpayusha sabhya. First thing, very short-lived. Kalau asmin yoge janadi, the people of Kaluga. Manda, dull-headed. Sumanda matayo, no intelligence. Manda bhagya, very unfortunate. On top of that, upadita, always disturbed. And we are very proud. Summit of advancement of civilization. This is your reality. This is the condition you are in. The Vedic science incorporates all the three: matter, soul, and God. And the modern science, because of its foolishness, is only partially studying matter. Then there are problems. Okay, now let me go to bringing together science and spirituality. This is the solution I'm proposing. Okay, study the solution. In fact, this is also interesting, which I can explain to you. There are 5 fundamental philosophies about truth in this world. Number 1 says only one. Skeptic who say our experience is real. That's nothing more than that. They can go deeper. Materialists are a little deeper than the skeptics because they say, okay, just like you are, I say I'm lifting this. This is solid. My remote for the speaker. Okay. But actually, it's not solid because it's atoms and electron. And most of the space is occupied by electron, empty space. In between is nucleus. So every atom is mostly empty. So I get an experience that this is solid, but reality it is empty space. What it is actually empty space. But I all have experience this is solid. You are understanding my point? So we live in a world of experience, but what is the reality? We do not know. Materialists say there is some reality, but it follows some material laws. Okay. Buddhists say no, there is some reality, but that is shunya. It's very complicated. Their understanding of shunya. Okay, not so easy. Then Mayavadi, they say it's a transcendental variety, but it's without material variety. Nirguna Brahman. And then there is Vaishnavas, which says reality is a personality. God is a person. And it talks about the personality. We are the Vaishnavas. We talk about it that way. At the end, there is Krishna. Everything at the end, there is Krishna. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. I am the origin of everything. At the end, study everything, you reach to Krishna. Mayavadi says, no, there is Brahman. We reach to Brahman, the root of Brahman. And Buddhists, they say, no, there is Shunya. Metalists, there are some metal laws. As skeptic, no, what I see, that only exists. There is nothing beyond. So there are 5 kind of philosophies. Bringing together science and spirituality together a solution. This is my solution, try to understand. Not my solution, actually, it's a solution of the devotees who have been working on this line. See, there is this study of matter, which you are studying now. We study physics, engineering, chemistry, and mathematics. This is study of matter independent of life, isn't it? And this 18-day course was here. Study of life independent of matter. We mainly focused on soul, God, and looks reasonable and nice. We were here. How to bring them together? Now, level 2 has already come. Study of life in relation to matter. Biology, psychology, neuroscience. It's all based on matter only. Even psychologists, if you are not happy, will give you antipsychotic drugs or they will give you sedatives. That's it. This is. But we are proposing something here, a new science, new physics, new biology, new medicine, new, which is study of matter in relation to life. Matter behaves differently when consciousness is present. That's the answer for quantum theory also. When consciousness is present, matter started behaving differently. They could not understand the reason because they don't know what is consciousness. They do not know what is consciousness. There is soul, symptom present. They don't know. Therefore, they're making a mess. Not only that, it can be much more worked upon. Matter behaves differently when soul is present. This is level 3. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are within science. Everything is integrated. This is our solution to the scientific community. And we are discussing with them. We have a team of scientists, devotees who discuss the science because you'll talk to them in technical terms. And to some extent, it is working. Okay. Is it fine till now? Now let me go to certain, we are 10:05. So I'll take half an hour. Now you like to have, let us have a bit of science versus spirituality. Fun. Where science is, yeah, Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Panditji. Can I in level 2 and level 3, can we say level 2 is the study of animals and level 3 is the study of human beings because we are the ones we have?
Animals are also fully conscious. They're not humans or special in that way. Study of life in relation to matter, biology, psychology, not here. This is this I'm saying study of matter in connection. Matter behaves differently when consciousness is present.
Okay.
See, this is life in relation to. See, what are the biology or animal study we do? We can study animal also in this level, but today we are studying everybody in this level only. We are saying that what is biology? Finally, physics and chemistry. No. How do they explain every phenomenon in biology? Based on mathematics, physics, and chemistry. True.
Right.
They're not basing it based on consciousness. No. They are basing it how they're developing into life science based on matter. Therefore, if you go to a psychologist and if I'm having some depression, he'll give you tablets because he thinks you're nothing but some neuron, some what's the brain cells here, and which can be behavior can be changed, altered by some medication. No, that's what the medical science believes. And they give you electric shocks, some injections, and some tablets. They think you'll become normal. And format the hard disk, that is the electric shock, and give some tablet, he'll become okay, not become okay. Whole life ideally up like this way. Have you seen any? I don't know if you Doesn't improve. Okay, anyway, so this is studied physics. We studied this or not? Nothing to do with life. This is studied biology and all. This was connected to life. But in what way we studied? Only through physics and engineering. Now we are talking study of matter in connection to life. We are studying matter here. We are studying physics biology, but in connected to, because of soul's presence, the matter is behaving differently. We saw in a very micro level at atomic level. It is also true at macro level. When God is present, everything behaves differently. Correct? The creation, so detailed creation, because God is present. So mathematically, it is not possible so detailed creation which is in front of us to come by accident. It cannot come. I'll show you the evidence then now. Okay, is it fine now? Till mota is understandable? Mota. This is not a small thing. Arey Baba, if you can understand this in present, you'll get a Nobel Prize. Okay, we're getting, we are appreciating there is a point in this. Correct? Okay. Now let me show you something more interesting, all of you. See, today, actually, I do not need. I can do a simple presentation first. Why we say God exists, a simple presentation before I go science versus. When you see beautiful cars, we all know there is some company manufactured. So I talked about consciousness. Let me talk about God now. Okay. Logically, I conclude, just like logically when you study consciousness, we concluded soul has to be there. It cannot be by an accident. Logically, when we study now design in this world, universe, we agree God is there. We know some company manufactured. It cannot possible that with a volcano, wind, rain, and car is with all the gear mechanism. No way, no way. Nobody is going to agree. We will look which is the company. Outside a hostel, a car is lying. We will never assume volcano, wind, rain, the car is from. No way. No way, never assume. You see, computer, with both hardware and software, no way it comes by accident. There has to be a design. A watch also needs a designer. Even an aircraft needs a design. This is in paleontology, where they dig the earth to study old civilization. They also have something called a design inference. If they see a design like this lying in, say, layer 1 lakh old, they will conclude immediately this cannot come by an accident. There was a civilization here who made such kind of thing. You understand? Appreciate this point. Even a stone chiseled in a particular way, they say no proof of a civilization here. This chiseling cannot occur accidentally by nature. Looks to be a pattern. Pattern means there was a designer. Okay, this is in science itself called design inference in paleontology. We know somebody counted. Okay, very good. So then our question comes. Common sense says every creation should have a creator. Then intelligent brain. Then who is the creator of the fallen? Now you think about it, accident or design. Look at the beauty here. The beauty, display of the beauty of God, display of his beautiful creation. So much, I tell you, we are brainwashed by the survival of the fittest and all the nonsense theories. We are not even seeing the beauty of the nature. We get up in the morning, see the sky, so beautiful. The sky has not come out of accident or survival of the fittest, nonsense. The display of the God's beautiful, artistry, this beautiful creation. You see how beautiful peacock is. You have seen the videos, you get stunned by the beauty of a peacock dancing. Look at this. This is a display of the God's beauty. Beautiful creation. Survival. They spoiled our head. Look at this animal, how cute they look. Look at this cat. Now, the most famous creation, our human being, our brain, how the brain has come. Is it an accident or a design? Conclude. The brain, it can store more information than all the libraries in the world. It has trillions of brain cells, and each more powerful than any computer on earth today. Who built this beautiful brain? By accident. Use this brain and you say there is no God. But using the mouth and the brain given by God to declare that. Should this universe, the wonderful creation, have a super intelligent creator? That's the question. Now, Kelvin, if you think strongly enough, you'll be forced by science to believe in God. They have within science enough scientists who didn't agree. Kelvin was the one who gave you third law of thermodynamics called entropy, if you know in college. Entropy says, if you allow me physics, the randomness of the universe is increasing. Means, say you leave my room like this. We come after 10 years, it would have become more disorganized than what it is today. We are there, it has some organization, some sense, but moment you go away, it loses organization. Correct? It loses any order, it becomes disorder. That is, entropy is always increasing. It's a law, proven law. Now, Darwin is a theory. If theory and law is contradicting, any person will dump the theory. Second law of thermodynamics says that as the time passes, the life should become more and more simple. But Darwin proposed it become more and more complex on its own. This was presented to Kelvin. So what I say, evolution of species means constant steady increase in order and complexity. The amoeba to man idea, which is sold to you like a proven fact in all schools, universities, TV, newspaper, every angle. Taken, amoeba to man idea. Second law says no such thing can occur spontaneously. Law of thermodynamics says this cannot be accepted. It's wrong. Then he continues. Overwhelming strong proofs of intelligent and benevolent design lie around us. The atheistic idea is so nonsensical that I cannot put it into words. So we have many scientists supporting us, don't worry. The most primitive cells require at least several hundred different specific biological macromolecules. I think all of you, did you see the Gordon trial, the video? Then you would have enjoyed. We have a very nice discussion. The most primitive cell may require at least several hundred different admins. If you have not shared the Gordon trial, please share. Okay, it is there. Already shared?
We'll share, Prabhuji.
I've shared the link of the drive. Don't please share the wrong video. It should be the one which we have shared either in the teachable or in the drive. Most primitive cell may require at least several hundred different specific biological macromolecules, nano machines. How such already complex structures may have come together remains a mystery to me. The possibility of existence of a creator God represents to me the satisfactory solution to this problem. Oh, nice. This is the Francis Collins, which is part of the Human Genome Project, where he led a team. And this team, what it did was this team decoded the human genome with 3.1 billion instructions. Actually, I have a lot of technical work after this, but I think I'll limit myself to this simple thing. Suppose you just take a line in a book. In a book, one line has 30 characters and 30 lines. Any page, 30 characters and 30 lines. That means 1,000, you can say, billion, 1,000 letter instruction is there in one page. Okay. He's talking on base pairs. Now, in a book, there are 1,000 pages. So 1,000 into 1,000, 30 into 30 is 1,000. So 1,000 characters in a book. 1,000 pages is 1,000-page book. So 1 million in one book. 3.1 billion letter instruction means 3,100 books like this. That much information without a mistake. And you say there is no God. Best of luck. What a joke it is here. 3,100 books information is lying without a mistake. One mistake, one hand will be missing. One eye will be missing. One mistake. That's like a program on which the body is designed. Every cell has that whole detail. You know, the DNA, the highest density of information which we know. All information is packed. And you say it is by accident that information is lying there, how to build your body with all the details. He says, when I see all the 3 billion instructions that conveys all kind of information, all kind of mystery of humankind, you can't survey that going through page after page with that sense of awe. I can't help but look at those pages and have a vague sense. This is giving me a glimpse of God's mind. So you see the top scientists like Copernicus, Kepler, Robert Boyle, Newton, Faraday, Mendeleev, Maxwell, Pasteur, Mendel, Planck, Einstein, Born, our Indian scientists, Ramanujan, Heisenberg, they all accepted God is there. They're all jokers after Darwin who are actually jumping around nowadays who say there is no God. But founders of science all accepted God. Okay, this will go on. Okay, I think I stop at this point. It becomes more technical. Then I have a lot of videos showing the mistake in Darwin, Miller, and Big Bang. And very exciting it becomes, but I do not know, everybody may not be interested. Some other time we can do. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we had a question on chat with reference to the 14th shloka.
Okay, chalo. We go to Bhagavad Gita. We went so far away from Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 14, based on the presentation.
Chapter 15, shloka 14. Please explain the significance of 4 kinds of food.
See, one kind of food, you chew. One kind of food, you just like a juice, you suck. One kind of food like mango, you lick, like chutney. Correct? You do that, and all, you lick. One kind of food you swallow. There are 4 kinds of food. So point is that all this Chaturvedadi Bhagavad Prasadam, all the 4 kinds of food are digested by the arrangement of God. You don't know what's happening in the stomach. He designed it. You eat. But after that, you plan, now let me release that much gastric juice, let me release that much acid. You don't even know what's happening. It's put a system. And all kind of food are digested. Whatever kind of food you eat are digested in the stomach. That's the point. Okay. I was. Yes, Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, here it was 4 kinds of food. Yeah. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Sri
Krishna,
Lakshmi.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Shri Lakshmi. Boliye.
Prabhuji, before the, can we say that other animals can also be Krishna conscious? Like only humans can be Krishna conscious. Can other animals be Krishna conscious?
It's not that. General, no. Exception, yes.
But before human beings,
Exception is possible, but general, no. Exception like human.
Prabhu, like human beings came on earth only some 5-7 million years back, no?
That the nonsense scientists taught you.
Okay, so human beings were there since the formation of earth.
Yeah, since it was possible for them to live on earth, they are there.
Okay.
Okay, since it is possible, they have been there. Species are not produced by one species, doesn't become another species. All species are designed. Just like Maruti 800 doesn't become Maruti Wagoner, do whatever you want. It's a 2-cylinder engine, 3-cylinder engine. It cannot become one, cannot become another. It's not possible. Chimpanzee cannot become man. Everything is different. Kidney is different, liver is different. Scientifically, also everything is, lung is different. You see the number of differences biologically, there are 1 million differences. That cannot come. Some random, some radiation came, fed on the DNA, and there was a change, and monkey became man. This all like a grandmother stories in the night are better than this.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. So,
What is the story? What the story scientists tell? You know, there was by suddenly one explosion. How? By accident. First, any explosion happened, there is investigation. In India, there is police investigate, from forensic analysis happen. No, explosion happened. How it happened, we don't know. Suddenly an explosion happened. Okay. Then after that explosion happened, some chemicals started combining together. It formed planet. Okay, very nice. Then after that happened, within the planet, say chemicals started combining accidentally. And then the first life was formed. Oh. Then what happened after that? When they are duplicating this living entity, no cells are duplicating another cell, sometimes they made mistake in duplicating. Just like now I'll give you a letter to type, you make mistake in typing letter. And the mistake you made in typing the letter was better than the original letter. Lucky mistake, that they call them lucky. And because of lucky mistake, gradually the single cellular became better, bigger, and now Sri Lakshmi is in front of us. This is the story. Now, I do not know how can we accept this. If somebody tells me, you should say, don't insult my intelligence. We have no problem. It has a proposal, but it has no proof. Let us admit. It's a proposal. It's a fantasy of one person called Darwin. We have no problem. Why do you put it in school books and teach? No, it's a fantasy. Some fantasy sitting without any proof, any reason, any logic, and no any common sense. Just
so
fantasy.
basically, science has a lot to advance, right? Then
Science means they know how to bend an iron, and they should do their work and sit outside the town and do their lohar work. That's it. That is the dignity we should give to scientists. We are simply putting on them on their head, and we told them to play with the nature, they destroyed the nature. I showed you already yesterday. Correct?
yes. Yes.
So Lohar should Lohar work and hang his head in shame because he destroyed us.
Okay.
And go back to Lohar work. And don't talk about life, don't talk about God, don't talk about creation. This is not his area. Just like Lohar, suppose you call somebody to your house, okay? And he makes your lock is not working, he designs a lock. And then he wants to give you a lecture on how is life, what is God. It's a theme. If you know, definitely. Just because you have made my lock doesn't mean you can. That is not doesn't give you authorization to speak about life. We respect you. We have to give you credit. We have to thank you. We have gratitude for you for making a lock for me. Just because you make lock for me, now you don't. That doesn't give you authorization to tell me what is life, what is God, how creation came. That is not your area. You know how to bend an iron and make a lock. Thank you for that. And go back to your area. That's it. Generally, Lohars are not given a place in the city. This is the outside because their life is not organized. They may be drinking. They may be so many things. Correct.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you, Prabhu.
A scientist will be rolling in their grave with anger. What is this person? Forgive me, I've been insulting. Should I go science versus spirituality? Sure. Wow, the Darwin, Miller, and Big Bang has fundamental problems. Because what I'm telling may not be digestible without showing evidence. See what happens. As far as the truth is concerned, we do not need to study Darwin, Miller, Big Bang. We do not have to. Because Gita, these things came recently. Gita has been there studied from ages. We just did not need all these things to prove Gita. Gita can prove itself. You got it? By chanting Hare Krishna. They have three portions of the Vedas, which is called Sambandha, Avideya, Prayojana. Sambandha means the fundamental relationship in what you're talking. Abhideya means the process of realization. And Prayojana means the conclusion. Take a simple example I'll give you. F equal to ME. Sambandha, force equal to mass into acceleration. Abhideya means you go to the lab and do experiment and check it. Correct, it works. And Prayojana means use it for making a vehicle. A boy and a girl come together, Sambandha. Abhideya, they live together as married couple. Prayojana, they produce a child. So similarly, God, we understand I am servant of God. Abhideya, chant the holy name of the Lord. Prayojana, go to kingdom of God and love God. So science, the Vedas have these three parts. But what is happening is that this is not being taught systematically in the society. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I had when we are being born in before being born as a human being. I once before asked you a question that how do we come out of this Golaka Vrindavan if we have been created there? You said because we wanted to we forget that God is a creator, proprietor, and so we are coming here in the earth, on the earth, and being born as human being.
You're not created there. Why you're adding words?
No, not created. Sorry, we are being thrown probably.
We are eternal. No, we are not. See, suppose when Krishna Leela happened, what did people do? Just watch. The demons attacked him, and the devotees also disturbed. Like Indra, Brahma, they could not handle his Leela. Indra through water. Anna, you know that the Govardhan Leela. And
Yes.
Brahma told all the coward boys, I just told you this. They cannot-
Yes.
All
Okay.
created disturbance. So if Devatas could not handle Lord's Leela, forget the Danavas. See, we are not Danavas. Definitely we will not attack God. If you see Krishna Leela is going on, you will not attack. But you will not be able to participate also. You will, if you go near, you may cause some disturbance. Anna, you understand?
Yes.
You see Krishna with 16,100 wives, you will tell, yeah, at least one of you come with me. You got disturbance there. You are not ready to handle Lord's Leela. So at this instance, therefore, we have to purify ourselves and become wonderful devotees and go back and participate in the God's Leela.
My question is, we would have been gone through all other 84 lakh species also,
Depends.
or straight away.
Now your life is there now. You can lead life so wonderfully. You can become womanistful next life. You can do that.
No,
Tam, like
have
brunch,
I gone
that-
through them?
Hmm? You
Have
can.
I?
We do not know How do you know what you did previous life and where you went down? You can go till, the lowest of the lowest forms, correct?
Correct.
Fish. And then you would have come. So many people are there, they go into the water and they put the scuba, correct scuba diving and that oxygen cylinder. Guru,
Yes,
guru.
you explain this earlier, Prabhuji.
And then how many years it will take to come back to human form?
Correct. Actually, I'm a physics professor, but I taught Bhagavad Gita in bits. And my students, I had all Muslims,
Person
all
is
of them.
from Bits Pilani only,
Yes.
who came to my college. Yeah. Anyway.
So they ask me when they ask such questions. Sometimes even I get bewildered. I don't know how to explain some of the concepts.
See,
So
the explanation is this, that there are in science the fundamental questions which are there, like how life came, how species are evolved, how creation happened. Science has given proposals. We respect those proposals. We don't have problem. Any proposal we should. Some gentlemen, see, there is no intention to cheat people and all. It's not that they are having that intention, scientists. No, they're trying their best, and we respectfully hear those conclusions. But the Vedas differ from those fundamental conclusions. If you present like that, they would definitely hear. Correct? Or
yes,
what? And you can always say, they may say it is proven. Don't say that. Neither Darwin's theory is proven, neither Miller's theory is proven, neither Big Bang theory. It's a proposal. Why it is theory then? Why it's not law? Why
yeah,
it's not?
but yes, the young minds very difficult to convince some of the concepts to them. I feel, at least I'm not such a great devotee to convince as talk and make them understand like God.
See
Uh,
what happens? The youngsters, because of their belief in Darwin, Miller, and Big Bang, are atheistic. They believe, just like say you believe in Krishna. They believe, and they may say you are believing. Okay, now suppose I don't know whether you saw God on trial. I'll give you another trial, another one I create now.
yes,
Suppose you are a judge, okay, and two
yes,
people are standing there, and I am standing, or another atheist is standing. Okay,
Hmm.
the judge will ask the atheist, "How did creation come?" What will he say? Sir, might have been this. He cannot even say yes.
yes,
He cannot give one answer. And tomorrow say he will change the answer. Just like in court cases, they resubmit the appeal, new appeal, new appeal, new appeal. And
correct.
we are standing here. At least 5,000 years where Gita written down, it has been there. Our proposal has been said. Nobody will change one word of Gita. We didn't change. Our stand is same. This is how it happened. This is this, this is this, this is this. Isn't this honorable? And it is written, black and white.
Yes, introduction, it clearly Prabhupada has said all these things.
Introduction. The whole book is black and white written. Our proposal is standing. Since 5,000 years, we have not changed the book. Only language has changed, but book has not changed. Okay? They don't have a proposal itself. Even among scientists, there is dissension. One says this, other says this. They'll not be able to stand itself together. Hey, it is like, no, it's not like what?
Correct. Unfortunately, being a physics professor, they asked me, "Ma'am, you explain Big Bang theory also?" No, they ask.
Yeah, you explain. No, in science, it is said like that.
That's why your science and spirituality is very,
Modern
very.
day scientists, they say like this. At heart of it, there are some problems. I can show you. But today, I don't know. They're not with the audience for it. But if you like to see, I can show you. For each theory, I can show you one video. I can tell you what is the problem. Each one.
Please, I would like to interact more with you, Prabhuji. I would like to interact more with you, Prabhuji. I would like to discuss all my students' discussions with you and get more clarity for myself also.
But you'll not tomorrow submit resignation. No? Sir, I don't believe in all this.
No, I am. If you have seen, not only Einstein, Newton, but almost all the scientists, even Feynman, all of them believed. To the modern scientists also believed in God, spirituality.
We agree. Chalo, let us have a general open discussion, and the technical stuff, let us not. I did bring the previous session, but not many people. And another thing, what happens? Video conference is not the way to show videos because there is lag. I can show you the links, and those who have time can sit and watch, and then they can. Okay, let us have the room for the discussion. We have discussed a beautiful chapter today, Purushottam Yoga, that is discuss the chapter, and some implication of science and spirituality. Okay? That's it.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Prabhuji, I have two more questions. Can I ask them?
Just wait, that everybody ask and we come. Okay?
Okay. Prabhu, actually, when our ancestors die, we perform rituals for them, no? So, when if their karmas are good, like if they have done good karma, then should we perform the rituals? Even if we don't perform the rituals, is there any problem?
See, the point is this: just to go to Tirupati and bring some prasadam. What's bad? So you
Uh,
go and get prasadam.
Nothing is.
You are giving them some prasadam. That's all you do.
Yes.
What is bad? It's a karma kanda ritual by which you can do that. Okay?
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna. Anybody?
Prabhuji, one more question.
Wait, no, wait. Let other people ask. Then what happens? No, other people get frustrated.
Amod Prabhuji, you can ask the question.
I just wanted to ask you, the consciousness you said, as I understand, that you said is the quality of experience which you get, like the peacock, you kind of, saw the peacock and kind of, the beautiful colors. So, when people do have these kind of, experiences of siddhis or experiences of samadhi or what you said, is that kind of, linked to consciousness itself, or it is something more?
Okay, I'm not getting fully your question. I just said that because, oh, sorry, my mic is turned. Could you hear me till now? Now my voice is okay? Because of the videos, I had turned my mic. I hope now my voice will be okay. Okay. See, what is happening is that, okay, my voice is clear now. So you
Yes.
said that what is linked to different species are linked to, when you see different species, you see the beautiful
So no,
creation.
yeah.
See the beauty of the Lord, beauty of His creation. When you look in the outlook of only accidental formations, then you lose the sense of beauty. No, you come out, you see, oh, it's not just for survival. The peacock has that beauty. It is much more than that. For survival, it doesn't need to be so beautiful the way it is. You got it? Today, because of the Darwin theory, we look at everything in the angle of survival of the fittest, which may not be the best way to look at it. That's what I'm telling. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
And
Prabhuji.
my voice is clear now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
In between, it was not clear, no, when I turned the mic.
But still was audible, Prabhuji.
Take it, take it. Thank you.
Prabhuji, we have one question in chat book.
Hmm.
From Nayana Mataji. In this Kalki Yuga, all so-called love is only attachment and progressiveness. Is it true?
In Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
Yeah. See, the love is, there is no love in the material world. Love is only with God. Love the soul has with the Lord in devotional service. Just like Krishna driving Arjuna's chariot. That's love. Love and gratitude. To some extent, we have that in our house. Therefore, any difficulty, we want to go to the house. Even some, I know students who are living in America. I want to come to India. So why? I want to go to my home. Isn't it? Even they travel thousands of miles to go to. What is there to look at home? Where there is no equation of a business. It's only love and gratitude. Isn't it? Parents don't have make an equation. My dear child, I spent so much on you. You have to give me this. No, no. It's only love. And gratitude, we want to go to just see them and express our gratitude. So this is just because it is still on a bodily platform, because this is not connected to the soul. Therefore, it is not pure like in the spiritual world. Spiritual world is directly connected to truth, reality. I am the soul, and the Lord, there is love and gratitude intense. And that is the spiritual world. Metal world, it's all cheating.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
I was just waiting for your defying statements against Darwinism and Miller's.
You love it? My favorite. But see, so
No,
many
no.
students
Yeah.
already run away. Let me finish other questions. I have
Okay,
lot of, I made presentations on it.
Oh, yeah.
150, 200 slide presentation, lot of videos. And this is my favorite area. And I need to do that. When I see, I'm going to college and I'm teaching as a professor. And if I don't I don't actually, to prove Gita, I don't need Darwin, but that is not allowing them to accept Gita. Then I will go and break the Darwin theory. Correct?
Yeah,
And
that's
show
true.
not break, show. It's an assumption. I'm showing them there are a lot of dilemmas in it. That's it. If I cannot convince them, at least I confuse them.
I'm a doctor, Prabhuji, so I, this will actually enlighten me basically. So it's very nice to mix these two concepts about science and
Yeah.
spirituality. So
Okay, anything other than science and spirit, Darwin, Miller, Big Bang. Anybody has a question based on the chapter, please raise your hand. Let us finish that. Let me do this. Actually, you're supposed to teach the 15th chapter, no? Finish it. This is extra because this is a very good students are missing now, who are there every day. Already said enough of all this science spirituality.
Prabhuji, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Dhananjay. Prabhuji,
Dhananjaya, I've seen, remember your name. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I think 2-3 days back, there is one concept has been told by other Mataji that there are so there are different worlds are coexisting, just like there is a Earth, okay, and the different worlds might be coexisting or are coexisting, where there is already Satyug going on, or there may be already Kali Yuga at end of it, okay. And in one of the slides you have shown, okay, there are different lokas above us and below us, okay. Now my question is, like the entire human race is spending almost hundreds of years actually to connect with extraterrestrial species, and we didn't find anyone. Okay.
You didn't find anyone doesn't make any absolute conclusion, because you're sitting with limited senses. Your senses are limited. You easily make mistake. You easily go to illusion, and you're number one cheat. So because the information you're getting through the senses, you cannot be 100% confident of what information you got. You got it?
Okay.
You don't have an absolute. You say just like you say. Yeah, I say you say show me God. But the point is, you don't have a capacity to see him, even if he stands in front of you. Even your eyelid you cannot see. You got it? When there's dark, you can't see your hand itself. You cannot be absolute show me. You're limited in your perception. You're not having absolute perception. Limited. Some limited perception you have. Some limited, but you make mistake. Easily get into illusion. You take one thing for another. And then finally, we are also number one cheat. Even though we have facts, we hide them because it doesn't fit my theory.
Okay. Yeah. Prabhuji, my second question is that in one of the slides you shown the day in Brahma's life, half day, okay, where you say Kali Yuga is 4 lakh years, so then Dwapar Yuga is 8 lakhs, okay, that slide, okay. Assuming Mahabharata is happen in Dwapar Yuga, okay, and Dwapar Yuga, and with that slides is almost a few lakhs years back, okay. If that few lakhs years,
not few lakh, end of the only 5,000 years after that. We have spent only 5,000 change years after that. You can even mathematically, scientifically calculate, because the planetary situation was given at the time of Mahabharata. This planet was here, this planet was here. You sit with the even modern cosmology, you can say, yeah, agree. 5,000, these many years were there. Even modern Vedic cosmology is also there, by which they will calculate, they will tell you which day, Wednesday, Thursday, this day the war started, this day Bhishma was down, this day this happened. People have done that, many people have done that. Yeah.
Okay. So even if you go with the Dwapar Yuga or Sat Yuga, okay, so Ramayana happened in Sat.
Rama is in beginning of Treta Yuga, so Rama is maybe around. Rama did not come this Treta Yuga. He has come 3-4 Treta Yuga before. It's around 20 million years ago he came.
So 20 million, yeah. So there is also the evidences on India and Sri Lanka border that okay, there was a Setu evidence is still existing. How can millions of?
But Krishna personally sees it is down, because so if person wants to disbelieve, can still disbelieve. He will reveal if you do Hare Krishna, he'll come. You don't offer devotion service, say just like say, Mr. Dhananjay, okay. Take care. Suppose you come to meet me and I'm very hospitable, you'll be very happy to come again. Okay. you came to meet me, then I'm, not actually even looking at you, avoiding you. Would you come again? You'll not come again as a gentleman. True? So God will not force his presence on anybody unless he wants it. Now, Dhananjaya, with little heart, you say, Krishna, I want you. He will come in front of you. You can see him, talk to him. But we don't have that. Therefore, he's not coming.
Okay.
But you
So-
cannot, he will, even Dwarka Krishna put it down so that he can peacefully sleep. An atheist can please. Otherwise, atheist will not, usko नींद रात को नींद नहीं आएगी, मर जाएगा वो. Dwarka, 16,100 palaces, all diamond. Krishna said, let me, put it down. Let them sleep peacefully. See, he created this world to give a chance to people who didn't want to live with him. Why will he see the permanent glory visible here? He hides it. He walks behind you, invisible, and he arranges everything for you. Hana? You sit in a restaurant, he gives the money. So thoda khana khila dena. That's why he's giving you water, he's giving you rain. We think nothing happens accidentally. First, my premise is that accident word in the dictionary of fools. Nothing. Then why have science itself? Everything is accident. That's why science is avoiding the truth. Accidentally, Big Bang happened. Accidentally, chemicals combined together. Accidentally, better species are formed. Accidentally, I am formed. All the work of God is accident, and they don't give any credit to God. Say, in front of a house, a tree is there. I just look at the joke. The tree is the detail. If you are a scientist, amount of detail in it, because we are not able to recreate. As a scientist, if you look at it, you see magic of a design, and you can become a great devotee. But they say no, it just happened accidentally. And a small house he has made, he takes Nobel Prize for it. That is credit. 2 pillars he put and all. Just like students ask me this joke, sir, I'm studying medicine. 10 years also, I'm not able to study one part. Medicine, there is a lot of specialization. An eye or ear. 10 years, 20 years also, sir, itna padh ke bhi I'm hardly able to understand how eye function. You know the reality. Right? And engineers, में 4 साल में भी वो class जाते नहीं. Engineers, when we come, 1 week before exam, we study. And they get very and I said the difference is, engineers are studying what man made, and doctors studying what God made. Therefore, it's difficult to understand. Dhananjay ji, kuch thoda his points are coming.
Yeah. Thank you.
But I agree. Therefore, this work is needed, what I do with the students. Because you have all been exposed to science, there has to be an answer. We cannot say blindly believe. If even the slightest doubt is there, because of that, it will choke your chanting. And chanting, no, I have a doubt. If God has come, why this? So this all there should be a forum for clearing this, isn't it? Is as far as possible. Maybe some questions I don't know answer. I can check up and let you know the answer. Or maybe I will also contemplate and Krishna will give the answer tomorrow, or you will get an answer. But yes.
Okay.
Karuna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Karunam, Tarumai. Yes, Taruna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am not able to understand the concept of Manav Seva is equal to Madhav Seva.
I didn't say that. Reverse, I said. Madhav Seva is Manav Seva, not reverse. See, if you want to serve anybody in humanity, do service. It is good, but do wholesome. Say, you in front of your house, you saw an orphan child. His parents have left him and run away. Okay? He's hungry. How can he deny to do anything? What kind of humanity is that? You cannot, I'm doing puja. No, Baba. Get up from there. Go. But remember the example of Bharat Maharaj. Don't stop your spiritual life. Take it? And what Bharat Maharaj did, he stopped all puja pata. He was busy with the deer. So you should have proper balance. So you should go to the child, offer some food, bring it inside the house, offer some food to the Lord, give him prasad. That way you gave him spiritual. See, something bad happened to him. Nothing bad can happen unless I harm myself. Nobody can harm you unless you harm yourself. Some poor boy, some previous life karma is there. Maybe he threw his child on the street, today he got it. Correct? You understand, but we still are sympathetic. Suppose somebody comes to the hospital sick, it is because he was careless, he got sick. Correct? No, some reason we are also careless. Somebody got injured on the road but once he is injured, we have to have compassion. We cannot say you should have walked carefully on the left side and I'm angry. No, poor fellow is suffering now. How can he see somebody suffering? Give him some food. Maybe if you have some, give him some nice clothes. Correct? Teach him. But how much you can do? Tell me the reality. Best thing is look at his father. And talk to his father and tell And generally, maybe he has lost his father in a mela or something. Many times it happens. Children get separated in big Kumbh Mela, hundreds of children get separated, such a picture. Put it, then job is done. So similarly, your best thing is to bring person to the feet of the Lord. Lord happily takes it. We cannot play Lord. Only we are, see how much you will be able to do. Even one child, you not will take full charge of his life. That is how limited we are, isn't it? To some extent, you can do something. And if you give him wholesome care, he'll never forget it. If he gives just material care, he will be great. See, today children walk away from home. They don't even bother of parents. One of the mistakes is the parents give only physical care. They don't give any spiritual care. Anna? And so much they're worried about their livelihood. They say, good marks, good marks, good marks. They don't even teach values. Everything goes in the back seat. They don't spend time teaching values to the child. They don't spend time teaching them Gita and the vision of life. The child grows up, goes to college, has no vision of life, no philosophy of life. Just eats, drink, be merry. And such an atheistic viewpoint he has, he grabs the atheistic theory. That's why they grab. Even though the theories are setting with funny logics, he just grabs them. Correct? Because his outlook has become atheistic because they never given any proper philosophy of life.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, Prabhuji. What's your name?
My name is Gaurav Banerjee. I'm logged in along with my wife, Sanchita. So that's why her name is showing there.
You are from
Gurgaon.
But otherwise, Banerjee means you are from Bengal.
Yeah, I am a Bengali, but we stay in Gurgaon from many years. So I have a question regarding Mahabharata, Prabhuji. So, during my childhood days, we only understood Mahabharata from the television serial B.R. Chopra ji's perspective. Then late, and which made us form some opinions. We also read in our textbook about Mahabharata. And during the growing up days, we formed some opinions. Apne aap hi man mein kuch, something right, something wrong. And then, gradually, while growing up, after more reading, after more, research and interest, I tried to, understood the concept of spirituality. And like today, I surrender to the Supreme Lord. And I have no doubts in my mind. However, because I got this opportunity to interact with you, may I ask certain doubts, which were there in the back of my mind from my childhood, where,
if I know, I'll tell you. I'm not
Yeah.
expert in Mahabharata, but still I will try.
So they're specific to the anecdotes of Sri Krishna, how it is portrayed and presented in Mahabharata in different ways by different interpretations.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
So one thing is, unanimously accepted that, Sri Krishna was the mastermind. Everything was, according to his plan, and he wanted to uphold the goodness, dharma, basically. So having said that, there are certain things which he actually directed, or which he planned and, got implemented, certain events in Mahabharata, which are, from one school of thought, not considered apt, appropriate, or ethical. Like, the way Bhishma Pitama got killed, or Dronacharya got killed, or Karna got killed. All that was as per the advice of Sri Krishna, that, you bring Shikhandi, to counter Bhishma, or you, Yudhishthir, you go and say that Ashwathama died, or, Arjuna, this is your duty to kill Karna, even though he is not having weapons, like flouting certain rules which he himself made. So that is one. Second thing is,
let's go one by one. Take it.
Okay. So this is one. I have two more doubts, and I'll ask after you permit.
Yeah. See, these are all on the platform morality. Bhagavad Gita is in a platform of spirituality. Therefore, when you're studying Bhagavad Gita, you're already above all this, karma kanda thing, punya, papa thing. There are nothing spiritual about these things. Only spiritual about these things is that when Lord gives an order, everything has been taken into consideration. Just like Arjuna hesitated before the war for so many reasons. He was, what will happen to the people after the war? There's nothing to worry. The people who died in front of Krishna all went to Vaikuntha. He forgave, Supreme Lord They saw his beautiful face and died. They went to what? There is no better eternally. My all problems over when you go to Vaikuntha. Correct? So God is always his every activity. See, our activities, what happened? It may benefit one person, it harms another person. If America gives such beautiful weapons to India, now they're given the what I say drones with the bombs to India. What they use in
Missiles.
Afghanistan,
Right.
missiles they're giving to India. Now it is very bad for Pakistan and China. So you benefit one country, it's bad for another country. Correct? China now gives some missiles to Pakistan, it's bad for us. That's how the world is. But Krishna is all well-wishing because all are his children. Duryodhana is also children. I am also children. Karna is also everybody's children. When it does an activity, there is good of everybody concerned. Correct? As far as Karna is easy to solve, I told you he was a demon in previous life, and he raped so many women, did a lot of harm to women, killed so many men, and he had because he had a blessing, just like Ravana or Hiranyakashipu got some blessing from Devatas, and with the blessing they tortured innocent people. Correct? That's what Ravana did. Got some blessings from Lord Shiva and tortured people. Hiranyakashipu, blessing of Brahma, even Devatas used to beat up. He was so powerful, Hiranyakashipu. So sometime by blessing of Devata, we may get some power. And Karna got because of his name was Sahasra Kavacha. He got 1,000 Kavacha blessing of Surya. He was a great devotee of Surya, even in this next life. And the Kavacha rule is such that if anybody removes the Kavacha, he dies. Nobody can fight also with him. He became like Ravana or Hiranyakashipu. Nobody can come near him. Then people went to Narayan Rishi. You are doing tapasya, my lord. You are there in Himalayas. Here there is a problem, this demon. So they said, okay, we will eliminate him. And they honored the blessing of Surya of death in a technical way. They say Nara will start fighting. Narayana will go for tapasya to the forest. Nara will start fighting with Karna. Then what happens? He'll remove one Kavacha or Karna. But according to the blessing, the person will die. So he will faint, not die. And Narayana will come running from the forest and give him tapasphala. By tapasphala, he'll make him awaken. And then Nara will run to the forest tapasya. Narayana will fight with him. Both did the honoring the Surya's benediction, and they removed 999 kavachas of him. Now this man, and they had decided to kill him because he had done enough torture. Like you see, when at the in the assembly when Krishna boxes and kills, Kamsa, nobody minds it. What he did, 6 children of his sister, he killed them in front of that. Correct? Nobody feels bad. You know that no, he killed or not? 6 children were killed. Such a person in movie also, when the hero hits, we are all celebrating. True or not? We cannot stand that. What he killed the children of his sister? Crazy fellow. So same way, now they wanted, nobody had a problem. Everybody was celebrating the death of this big demon. Just like it happened, Krishna killed so many demons. Agasura, Bakasura, nobody minded. It is, when a demon is killed, there is a celebration. Ravana died, there was celebration. Flowers. And about celebration happened, he ran to Surya for shelter. And Surya was, by his own foolishness, attached to him. And he gave him shelter. Narayan Rishi gave him a shrapa. That's another story now what happens to Surya for the shrapa. He, what he does now, because of giving shelter, gives him birth by Kunti. Kunti prays. And he this is that fellow, the demon. Now in this life, he had something good because nobody is eternally condemned. Correct? Nobody is eternal. Just like Ajamila also became saved, even though it is so much sin. Correct? This life, actually, he should be happy with what he got. Therefore, always in life, whatever you get, you should be very happy with it. They say in English, count your blessings. Always thank God with whatever you have. Don't cry what you don't have because I don't deserve. God gives us more than what I deserve. I tell you, suppose you leave for your child little food, so breakfast or lunch for his school you pack. As a father, if he eats 2 chapatis, you'll pack 3 chapatis with love, extra, never less. All of us get more than what we deserve. We should never cry, always thank God. But Karna was somehow, अरे बाबा क्या तो किया था पिछले जन्म में तेरे को याद है क्या? The same Dhritarashtra, I told you the same equation. पिछले जन्म में he removed 2 eyes of a bird and killed 100 children just for fun. So now this life he didn't have eyes and he had to see the death of his 100 children. तो अंधा है, अंधा आदमी. जब his brother is there, which is more capable, more pious, more wonderful, why he should not be the king? Why a blind person has to be the king? So we should never cry for what you don't get. As an honest friend, try to get it. If it doesn't come through honesty, accept it as the will of the Lord and don't hit your head against the wall. So both Dhritarashtra and Karna were hitting their head against the wall. And in that process, they did some adharma in this life also. Like Dhritarashtra, because see, when heart is dissatisfied, you break principles. If you're always happy and peaceful, suppose somebody presents something, you'll not take it, correct? But if somehow your dissatisfaction can be solved, you will even do adharma. Dhritarashtra saw his son doing adharma after adharma, never stopped him because there was a dissatisfaction. Chalo, maini raja bana, mera beta raja ban jayega. You got it? Because of the dissatisfaction, he became party to adharma. Same way, this life, Karna's life was going wonderful. He got actually his duplicate father, mother, whoever he was, they were actually very nice people. Even the wife he got was very nice. He got actually good life this life. But because the dissatisfaction,
Radhema.
Yeah, everything was nice actually. Because of the dissatisfaction that in his heart that I did not get that, he first went to Dronacharya. Dronacharya said, I'm not teaching. He went to, that is his reason. There, thought, ye bhi nahi sikhayega, isko jhoot bol deta. There, because the dissatisfaction of it. See, we should never see what Parashuram does, that is his business, yes or no. But I should not take shadow of adharma. I should be truthful. Correct? You have learned from a guru. Parashuram ji, jo Bhagwan ke avatar, unko jhoot bol diya. To padega shop, to padega sir pe pad gaya. Hai na? So similarly, when Draupadi said him no. Okay, see, Swayamvara means a woman has a Swayam. What is the technical meaning of the word Swayamvara? Swayamvara. You choose your husband. Correct? Swayamvara. You choose your husband. So doesn't a woman have a decision to whom she chooses? She heard from Krishna about Arjuna. She had already accepted him in the heart. Okay? She had already accepted Arjuna in the heart. Injustice happened to him. She said, I will not allow him to contest, whatever reason. Okay. I will take party of, she may be doing wrong or right, that is a separate issue. But I should not take party of adharma to counter some injustice to me. Okay, this woman said that, let her be stripped naked in front of public. Karna was the one who told that. That was adharma. He took help of Duryodhana. He knew his papi. He knew that. He knew this man is not a good man. But he gave him a kingdom in a Magad. Then he got, before the war, Krishna went to Karna. True? And he said, Karna.
Yes.
And he said, kingdom is yours. Actually, there is no need to fight at all. Because Pandavas are virtuous. They never disobey me. They are my devotees. And if I tell them, you are the king, Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir, to kabhi sochega bhi nahi to touch a throne when his elder brother is there. Okay? They're not like Duryodhana, who will steal politics and do gamble and steal your kingdom. They will happily hand over to you, very happily. That's what happened when they came to know he has died. They cried. They felt sad after the war, isn't it? So they will happily give the kingdom to you. There is no war. Crores of life are saved. But he said, I'm in trouble now. He said, why? I have a big obligation from this idiot Duryodhana. I'm trapped. Correct? Are to why do you take uske ye dosti banai kis liye? So you get trapped when you have, say, a very sinful man. If you get obliged to him, you get unnecessarily trapped. Okay? So you understand now Karna how he got trapped. Now, when in the Mahabharata war, he said to Krishna, Arjuna, don't kill me, Arjuna. This is against Kshatriya Dharma. Correct? So Krishna said, Arjuna, sit down. Because Arjuna hesitated. Because they're pious people. Because every action, say before the war, how many times Arjuna thought, I will not fight? He kept arguing to avoid the war. That means he's a man who thinks 10 times before doing activity. He's not a Duryodhana. So he hesitated. He doesn't, the Pandavas are always dharma, adharma ke very conscious. He doesn't want to do anything adharma. Now Krishna said, Karna, dharma bata rahe. Acha, very nice. वो धर्म किधर गया जिस दिन तू तो द्रौपदी को नंगा तो करो वो धर्म किधर गया जिस दिन you killed Abhimanyu together. It was adharmic. One by one they were not able to fight with him. Actually, he was so powerful. You trapped him in a circle and all attacked him together, which is not Kshatriya way to fight. उस समय Kshatriya धर्म किधर गया था? Arjun, मार इसको छोड़ना नहीं. So there are so many reasons. See, it's not that Krishna could not have empowered Arjuna to kill Karna even in a right way. He could have done. And Arjuna, which the Mahabharata syllabus doesn't show, defeated Karna previously many times. He was very thoroughly defeated twice in Virata. And
Virat Yuddha, yes.
If you took the calculation, people have made Karna versus Arjuna, you will see on the net 1-1, 1-0, 1-0, they will show Arjuna was ahead. Arjuna ही नहीं, Abhimanyu was also defeated. Even Bhima, when at that time there was Rajasuya Yagna done by Yudhishthira before the gambling match. Rajasuya Yagna means you have to agree with all the world that all kings are below him, correct? At that time, Bhima went to fight with Karna and he did bow Dhanush se jeeta, which is impossible thing. So he was not best, he was not even second best. But somehow this serial, इन लोगों को कुछ क्रिएटिव करना होता है, थोड़ा ज्यादा चढ़ा दिया एक चीज. So Karna got over. Okay, so Krishna will showed actually. See, if suppose a terrorist is fighting, this is a very controversial thing. When a terrorist is fighting, he's not following any rules and regulation. He will throw in a night bomb on your head. He will not fight between 5 to 10, correct? He will not follow any rules and regulation. He will kill you when you are eating. When you're fighting with him, you should also then now fight freely. You cannot say, I will fight with dharma when you're fighting with adharma. Till the time Kauravas observed rules and regulation, Pandavas also observed rules and regulation. The day they broke the rules and regulation, particularly with Abhimanyu Vada, then Krishna after that said, now I'll teach them a lesson. Krishna is cheater of the cheats. If you try to cheat him in such a way that he can escape. Okay, that is one part. Second part was why Drona and Bhishma had to die. See, Drona and Bhishma, there are many lessons of it. One lesson is that even if both were invincible. Invincible means इनके पास धनुर्विद्या थी नहीं इतनी लड़ने के लिए. Nobody can fight. Fighting is not possible with them. They are much above all the fighters on the battlefield, and particularly Bhishma. उससे तो कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता युद्ध करने का. He's too much ahead. When he started fighting with his power, Arjuna was about to die actually. Therefore, Krishna lifted a wheel and stopped it. Correct?
Yes, Prabhupada.
And also Arjuna also on top of it, he's also Narayan Rishi. वो भी थोड़ी पुण्यात्मा थोड़ी ज्यादा ही थी. वो मेरे दादाजी ही करके अब अस्त्र को ढंग से उठा नहीं रहा था. He was not sure. He showed his real power the day Abhimanyu died. Next day, half army killed alone. And Krishna said, Arjun jo real Arjun hai. Because in front of his guru and grandpa, he's a very pious person. He's not showing his real, capacity as a warrior. He was always, humble down. So Krishna therefore excited him. Now, Drona and Bhishma about if you are side of adharma, like Duryodhana, even you have Drona and Bhishma, you lose. That is one lesson Krishna created. आपके lesson create किया. तुम अधर्म का संग लोगे, भीष्म को भी लेके आओगे, हारोगे. So always, whatever power and money you keep behind you, if you are adharmic, you will lose. Satyameva jayate. That is one lesson Krishna created. Second thing is that Bhishma relation to Krishna is quite gupta. Just like Jaya Vijay thi nahi tha. Bhishma is Krishna's bhakta. Great bhakta hiding on other side. His relation to Krishna is shaurya. He gave pleasure to Krishna by fighting. Just like hota na. Why did Jaya Vijay took 3 incarnations? Just to give pleasure to the Lord for fighting. That's why Lord sent them to the world. Similarly, Bhishma is always giving pleasure to the Lord by fighting. Therefore, Krishna put him on the opposite side and had pleasure of fighting. When Bhishma was throwing arrows at Krishna, Krishna was taking like flowers, even though they were so powerful, it was hitting Krishna actually. And Arjuna was like helpless, can't do anything. And Bhishma's banas are not like small banas. And Krishna's body is spiritual. He can lift a mountain with the body is not ordinary. He's showing Vishwarupa. He was just enjoying Shaurya Rasa, the fighting rasa of his devotee. And he was having pleasure. Man. Another lesson Krishna wanted to give why Bhishma Drona died. See, I'm little Mahabharata. I'm not an expert, but from Bhagavatam, I'm looking at the same thing. Lesson was, Bhishma Drona should not have kept silent that day. See, correct. Pandavas, both Arjuna and Bhima were requesting Yudhishthira to allow them. They can protect Draupadi and punish the Kauravas then and there. Because they were very powerful. Bhima is Hanuman. हनुमान बजरंग जी उधर तमाशा मचाते थे अकेले, किसी को कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. वहां पे महाभारत युद्ध में भी 100 के 100 बच्चे ऐसे मारे ऐसे. In front of Karna, he killed them. Karna could also not protect his brothers. He was killing in front of Bhima is extremely Hanuman ji khud. And Arjuna is दूसरे भगवान के नारायण ऋषि. ये दोनों अकेले काफी थे तमाशा मचाने के लिए उस हॉल में, ठीक है. But Yudhishthira said, no, we have lost the game. धर्मराज बैठे उधर. हम तो हार चुके, हम तो गुलाम है भाई अभी. We cannot lift a weapon. Correct? No? You know that what happened. They both wanted, let us get up and save the life. Hey, bhaiyo, we are lost. वी आर गुलाम. वो तो धर्मराज है, धर्म संकट में बैठे हुए. At that moment, but Drona Bhishma had no obligation like that.
So Prabhuji,
सुनो तो
हाँ,
they kept.
but
अब सुनो
sorry,
यार, what आएगा पहले? You listen what I have to say. When adharma is happening in front of you
जी, जी.
and you went silent, you also become भागीदार to the papa. करेक्ट. अब ठीक है, दुर्योधन से सैलरी लेके जी रहे हैं, उस बेशर्मी तो यार जॉब को रिजाइन कर दो ना, कल नहीं चाहिए जॉब, जा, है ना. अभी बोलो, अभी रिजाइन करता हूँ, हो गया, मैं तेरा इधर तेरे पैसे लेके मैं नहीं, बिकॉज बोथ आर मेंटेन्ड बाय दुर्योधन ओनली, ही वाज द किंग, नो. सो देयर इज एन ऑब्लिगेशन. सो दे कुड हैव सेड रेजिग्नेशन अभी रखो, धृतराज जी हो गया रेजिग्नेशन, अब आ जाओ इधर. अभी दिखाते तो कौरवों को धर्म क्या होता है, अधर्म क्या होता है. एनी वन ऑफ देम कुड हैव सेव्ड द्रौपदी. दे रिमेन साइलेंट. So Krishna gave a moral lesson to us that if sin is happening, he came in silent, you should be punished for that. क्या ना, एक पहलू के हजार एंगल्स हैं. So Krishna showed an angle that not only Kauravas were punished, the all 100 brothers, but he punished even these two people who were very respectful, but they should not have been silent. They should have said, this cannot happen. और एक बार अगर द्रोणाचार्य बोल देते सावधान, this cannot happen, किसी की हिम्मत नहीं थी आगे एक कदम बढ़ने की. नहीं, what do you say? If Bhishma said, Savdhan, this not allowed now, they could not have moved. But poor girl was dragged in the assembly in front of everybody. She was, unfortunate thing they tried to do. Krishna protected. That's a different thing. You know that? Somebody gave Kripacharya gave the hint to her. Kripacharya ji bole, dekho, idhar koi kuch nahi karega. She was very first. He looked at Bhishma, he didn't help. Looked at Drona, he didn't help. Looked at Pandava, वो तो धर्मराज बैठे हैं भाई, हम तो हार चुके हैं मैच, तो अभी तो कुछ नहीं.
वो मन में याद किए थे अपने सखा को.
No, ऊपर. Somebody वहाँ पे कृपाचार्य, somebody gave her hint.
Yes.
जीवन वाला ऊपर. And Krishna she was a great devotee of Krishna. ऐसे हम भी call कर सकते हैं, but Krishna doesn't come. Immediately Krishna came and protected. But very unfortunate thing happened to a woman, and reaction has to come. And at that moment, Krishna actually more or less gave death penalty to everybody there. वो था ना, मृत्यु दंड मिल गया सबको, वो बचे नहीं. इसलिए when Arjuna said in the Mahabharata war, no, Krishna माफ कर दें क्या? Krishna said नहीं, death penalty, मारो इन सबको. So that is one of the reasons. से हजार पहलू होते हैं, correct? He gave chance to Duryodhana still. Because see, Krishna, there is no eternally condemned. He gets chance. Maybe Duryodhana changes his mind. I'm sorry, their kingdom. कहाँ द्रौपदी अब मेरी माँ पैर में पड़े, माफ कर दिया, हो गया, छुट्टी ना. ऐसा थोड़ी है हमेशा के लिए डंडा ही मारते रहो, ऐसा तो नहीं है. But he never took pardon. On top of it, he was very proud, है ना. So what Krishna did, actually moral ground में आप पूछ रहे थे. Spiritual ground में you see, whoever died in the battlefield went to Vaikuntha. So it was good for everybody. So there is nothing bad. Arjuna was calculating, no need to calculate when Krishna decided. And in Bhagavad Gita, at the end, there is a shloka, Sarvadharman Parityajya Ma Ekam Sharanam Braja. Correct? Karna was Danavi, theek hai bhai. Some good quality, Jarasandha was Danavi. That doesn't make a demon into... This life was good for him. He died in the hand of a great devotee. And some good things we did. We appreciate that. Now, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, one shloka, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja. The final instruction. That means any dharma which is coming and obstructing for you to satisfy Krishna, give it up. Now, Arjuna had dilemma in front of him. Krishna is saying, kill him. Correct? And his Kshatriya dharma doesn't allow. What you should do now? You should give up your Kshatriya dharma, because Kshatriya dharma is for satisfying Krishna at the end. When Narayana is saying, I am satisfied if you kill, he shot the arrow. His heart was not happy. When Bhishma was there, he was crying. My grandfather, I have to throw arrows at him. But Krishna said, throw. And he threw. So for Arjuna's sake, actually, he followed the order of Krishna. Correct or not? Correct? And Bhishma, don't worry about him. When Bhishma was on the bed of arrows, Krishna went to meet him after the war. And Bhishma offered Krishna's stuti. Bhishma's stuti, which is full of glories of the Lord. So Bhishma, मैं ये सोच रहा था यार, अगर मैं भीष्म की जगह होता, जब पांडव आते, बेशरम तुमने चापली से मेरे को मारा, he didn't say anything. He was knowing it is God's wish. So कुछ क्या होता है, भगवान की every activity of God we cannot understand, but it was his will that he leave the world after the war is over. So he arranged the whole thing. He was not willing. He had already lived enough, है ना, to die by the hand of God. When Krishna ran with the wheel to attack him, what did Bhishma do? come. You want to kill me? Come. You know that, no? He didn't fight. When Krishna took a wheel to attack Bhishma, Bhishma ने वस्त्र नहीं उठाया. He knew my Narayana has come. He threw the weapons. Narayana ji, आइए. आपके हाथ से मारना तो भाग्य भाग्य. So when he is killed by Arjuna on Krishna's order, it is actually nothing less than Krishna throwing Sudarshan on him. Krishna killing him. है ना? He never took any negative in that. Had he taken negative in that, why will he offer prayers to Krishna at that time? And absorbed in Samadhi in Krishna, he left the body. Did Krishna leave or not? In Samadhi, Bhishma left the body and went to Vaikuntha directly. So nothing apparently looks moral platform, but touch with spirituality, it is to some extent. Now somebody expert on Mahabharata will give much more details of that. See, मेरा principle ऐसा है, मैं बताऊं simple principle. Krishna lifted mountain, he's wonderful. Everything happens, he's wonderful. अभी आपको जैसे बैठे, अभी it happened, 2-3 months, 1 month ago, I went to the bathroom, time slipped and I felt like this. Just 2 minutes before class, I got a cut like this and 6 stitches on top of that. But what did I take? As every day I'm telling people, whatever happens, we should thank Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. I didn't object. And tuck, arrange somebody taken to class and so many devotees prayed. I didn't feel bad at all. So whatever happens in the life, take it as a blessing of the Lord. It is actually true. Okay? So Bhishma, even though he was killed, he took it as a blessing because he knew it is in his plan. Moment you know it is planned by the Lord, there is nothing ill in that. Even Duryodhana, he died, was also blessed. Everybody died in the battle. Krishna, क्या ना पिताजी ने थप्पड़ तो मारा, but behind थप्पड़ प्यार था, घृणा नहीं थी. He had no घृणा for God. Never hates anybody, है ना? So apparently the result, Karna was also, उसके लिए इससे बड़ा भाग्य क्या है यार? भक्त के हाथ मर रहा है. Even being a demon, correct? उसका तो लिखा था, नारायण ऋषि के हाथ से मरेगा, लिखा था. वो होना ही था. They came for that purpose. See, multiple things Krishna does. When he came as Krishna and Arjuna, their Narayana Rishi come to finish the task of killing him. So they had come for that purpose and they killed him. But in this line, he did some very noble things. We do agree. And finally died by the hand of Arjuna, which was very wonderful. But because of demonic path, थोड़ी गलतियां भी करी थी. वो द्रौपदी का बहुत गलत है. स्त्री को नग्न करना बहुत गलत. वो ऐसा वचन मुंह से नहीं निकलना चाहिए था. ठीक है, उसने सूत पुत्र बोला, जो बोला, उसको पाप लेगा. मैं क्या पाप करूंगा? एक पाप को दूसरे पाप से नहीं कैंसिल करने का. उसने गलत किया, वो भागेगा. मैं अभी कुत्ता भौंकता है तो मैं क्या भौंकूंगा? ठीक है, वो तो भौंक लिया, भौंको भाई. मैं भी भौंकूंगा, फिर मेरे में कुत्ते में फर्क क्या रहा? है ना? ठीक है, उसने क्या, एट द सेम टाइम उसका अपना इच्छा है, बी हैप्पी. अरे यार, किसी को किसी के साथ रहने में खुशी है, मैं क्यों उसको घसीट के अपने घर लाऊं? ठीक है ना? द्रौपदी को अर्जुन के साथ खुश है, अब मैं क्यों घसीट के अपने घर लाऊं उसको? ठीक है भाई, ही नोज शी लाइक्स हिम, वी शुड विथड्रॉ फ्रॉम द थिंग, है ना? छोड़ो. व्हाट यू से? द मोमेंट Karna को अंडरस्टैंड,
प्रभु जी, आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल. ठीक
है, छोड़ो. He should have left her. But he didn't leave that. That thing was rotating in his, even Duryodhana mind, it was rotating. Even he wanted to marry her. कोई किसी के साथ खुश है यार, उसको खुश रहने दो, है ना? क्यों मैं उसको घसीट के अपने घर लाऊं? Correct. That was a wrong idea that Karna had. This was all, some of the weaknesses were because of his past, demonic past. But one good thing, he was a devotee of Surya and he has to thank Surya for putting in a very good position, है ना? He was very effulgent. That is not discussed. वो सूर्य की तरह तेज था उसके शरीर, क्योंकि सूरज का बेटा था ना. He was very effulgent like सूरज. दानवीर भी था. Some good qualities were there, but still didn't absolve him from the previous karma of the life of that. मरना तो है ही. भगवान के हाथ मरने से बड़ा चीज क्या है? मरेंगे तो है ही, है ना? Dying from the hand of God, there is nothing glorious in that. And his life became perfect after that, having that.
So thank you, Prabhuji. Your explanation was so wonderful. I had 3-4 questions, and with this single explanation, everything got answered. So yes, once again, thank you.
See, I'm not expert in Mahabharata.
No, but I got a lot of clarity.
You know why? I know my Krishna is wonderful. That is my axiom. I start from there.
From your explanation only, I have just one last doubt in this discussion only. That is like Bhishma and Dronacharya deserved a punishment from Krishna. Similarly,
various angles.
Yudhishthir also deserved a punishment for protecting dharma against adharma, because Krishna preached that when adharma is happening, you cannot take the side of dharma. You should punish adharmis. And while he gave death penalty to Bhishma,
नहीं, धर्म संकट था उसका. वो धर्मराज है, वो यमराज का बेटा. युधिष्ठिर, देखो अर्जुन इंद्र का बेटा था, ये यमराज का बेटा था. यमराज का अंश उसमें था. यमराज कभी अधर्म नहीं कर सकते, वो तो धर्म अधर्म को भेद करते हैं, है ना। मैं
जी
कृष्णा
जी
टोल्ड ये झूठ बोल, झूठ कैसे बोल सकता है, ये तो अधर्म हो गया, you know that? अश्वत्थामा मर गया, बोल नहीं बोल पाए, वो उनको बीच में एक शंख बजाना पड़ा, बोला अश्वत्थामा नाम कुंजरा हता, जैसे कुंजरा आया, भीम ने बोला अरे यार ये तो गधा, तो सुना ही नहीं उसने, वो अश्वत्थामा हता, और युधिष्ठिर ने बोल दिया, द्रोणाचार्य बिलीव, वो कभी झूठ नहीं बोलेगा, धर्मराज है वो खुद, है ना।
तो धर्म संकट इज द मेन एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर
नहीं उसको यार बहुत तंग करा, आई टोल्ड यू प्रीवियस क्लासेस होते बेचारे को एक्चुअली ट्रैप्ड है। दे एक तो वो मैच रिक करा, पहले वो डाइस जो था गलत डाइस था, वो डाइस शुड बी इवन, नो 50-50 होना चाहिए ना, वो डाइस ऑलरेडी वो मैच रिक था, ठीक है, होता ना वो क्रिकेट का मैच खेलने जाते हैं ऑलरेडी प्लान से, देयर इज अ रिग्ड मैच था। सेकेंडली दे सेड यू आर अ क्षत्रिय, यू कैन नॉट से नो टू गैम्बलिंग, धर्म संकट में फंस गया, क्षत्रिय ना नहीं बोल सकता किसी भी चैलेंज के लिए इंक्लूडिंग गैम्बलिंग, आ गया भाई, उनको जुआ खेलना आता नहीं था उसको, जब वो अज्ञातवास में ही बिकेम एक्सपर्ट, उसको अभी जुआ आता ही नहीं था, खाली लोग बोलते हैं लत थी, लत क्या, उसको खेलना नहीं आता था, ही वाज नॉट, वो 64 जो भी था ना, ही वाज नॉट एक्सपर्ट इन दैट एट ऑल, उसको नहीं आता था, वो यमराज है ये सब चीज थोड़ी सीखा है वो, ठीक है भाई, बैठा दिया उसको, और कुछ कर रहे थे, ही वाज लूजिंग, एक एक करके सब भाई भी सब बोले तुम गुलाम, बोले हाँ ठीक है भाई गुलाम बन के, वो ठीक है डिटैच, ठीक है बन के गुलाम, अपना धर्म किया मैंने, क्षत्रिय के नॉट से, अब बोला बीबी को लाओ, बोला आई कैन नॉट बेट माई बीबी, क्यों, बोला क्योंकि आई एम गुलाम नाउ, सो आई हैव नो राइट ओवर माई वाइफ, I have lost myself. I have no right over my wife now because I am myself gone. क्यों? तो अरे यार देख, they gave me two arguments. I don't know whether I told here two arguments. Number one, did I tell here already? I have already told.
No, no. So the story says that उसने अपनी वाइफ को दांव पे लगाया, which he did not have right.
उन्होंने लगवाया धर्म संकट करके,
बट उसका राइट ही नहीं था, बिकॉज ही लॉस्ट हिमसेल्फ।
उन्होंने दो कारण ढूंढे, उन्होंने बोला एक कारण, तुम्हारी वाइफ बीवी का रक्षक नहीं है, पांचों भाई तो तुम गए गुलाम बन गए, अगर उसको दाव में लाओगे तो शायद उसको तुम बचा पाओगे, हस्बैंड का काम होता है बीवी को बचाना, समझ रहे ना, एक कारण। दूसरा कारण उन्होंने बोला कि तुम्हारा रिश्ता जानवरों का जैसा है क्या बीवी से, फिजिकली तुम मेरे गुलाम हो, लेकिन तुम्हारा रिश्ता तो मानसिक है, स्पिरिचुअल है, अगर तुम बोलोगे कि तुम दाव में नहीं लगा सकते, मतलब तुम्हारा जानवर के जैसा रिश्ता है उससे, धर्म संकट, वो तो कोई नियम पालन नहीं करते, वो तो लड़की को नंगा देखेंगे और तुमसे बोलेंगे सब धर्म फॉलो करो, ये तो गलत है ना, ये तो गलत है ना। इसलिए जब अर्जुन ने बोला कर्ण को नहीं मारो, मारा मार, जो आदमी धर्म पालन नहीं करता उसको धर्म से क्या मारना है, अधर्म से मारो, जैसे भी मारो उसको, है ना। महाभारत में ये तो कृष्ण ने किया, करें। अब टेररिस्ट आपके आगे खड़ा है सारी गन्स लेके, आप बोले धर्म से मारो, जैसे मारो उसको, जैसे मारना है मारो, है ना। आप समझ रहे हैं नहीं मैं धर्म से मारूंगा, वो तो रात को मारा छुप के, तुम भी छुप के मारो उसको। वो जब आदमी अधर्म कर रहा है तो उसको अधर्म से मारने में क्या गलती है ना। सो वी कैन समवट अंडरस्टैंड थोड़ा सा, ठीक है।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
सो धर्म संकट में ही गॉट ट्रैप्ड एंड ही वाज नॉट हैप्पी व्हाट हैपेंड, एंड धर्म ही था। तो जब उसको भीम ने बोला क्या करें, उठें, बोले कैसे उठेंगे, हम तो गुलाम है ना, धर्म संकट में था, हम तो दास हैं भीम दुर्योधन के भी, अब तो उसके अधीन है हम, वो पूरे वो धर्म में ही फंसा रहता था, बट कभी उसने अधर्म नहीं किया, इसलिए कृष्ण ने उसको राजा बनाया। एंड भागवत बोलती है जब वो राजा बना 32 साल तक पृथ्वी को वैकुंठ बना दिया उसने, वो इतना धार्मिक था कि लोग खुश हो गए। देखो राजा जब बहुत धार्मिक होता है ना, इतने उसूल होते हैं लोगों के मुंह में स्माइल आ जाती है, कितना पुण्यात्मा हमारा राजा है, लोगों की चिंता नहीं थी किसी का, वैकुंठ मतलब कोई चिंता ही नहीं थी किसी की, इतना चिंता राजा, और इतने धार्मिक था कि प्रकृति भी उसको पूरी तरह सपोर्ट कर रही थी। जब आप धर्म को लेते हैं तो अर्थ पीछे आ जाता है, सब लोग खुश थे। सो ऐसा नहीं था, इट वाज हैप्पी। ओके,
थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। चलो, सो वी टेक leave now. True, analysis can go on, but one thing you should always understand: Krishna is wonderful, and Krishna decide there is a limit to how much we can analyze. We cannot understand God's activities fully. We are no capacity. We are a small atom. Just like भगवान का सृष्टि हमको नहीं समझ आता है ना? How much you can understand Lord is standing in heart as Paramatma? क्या साइंस आपको समझा सकते? You cannot understand. Shastra tells we accept. The same way, to the limit we can understand God's activities to some limit. But don't bring down on your ABCD Mahabharata moral platform. Actually, I avoid. बिकॉज उसी में फिर हम लोग लगे रह जाते हैं. भगवत गीता द स्पिरिचुअल बुक. ये चैप्टर में क्या क्या डिस्कस हुआ? पुरुषोत्तमा, पुरुषोत्तमा, जिसको सारे देवता ही पूजा करते हैं, और आप लोग उसको अपने अपने नापदंड में ला रहे हो भगवान को, तो अपराध हो जाएगा, नरक चले जाओ. देवता लोग भी कभी भगवान को अपने मापदंड में नहीं लाते. ऑलवेज नो वट एवर गॉड डज इज गुड. आई मे बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, I may not be able to understand. That's a separate issue. But what is God's order? We should follow. We will understand gradually. If you take a premise to put God under your judgment, then it is very unfortunate. है ना? जैसे एक कहानी बना रहे कि किसने भगवान को श्राप दे दिया. ये सब क्या? भगवान को श्राप देगा कोई? ना तो उनको कोई आशीर्वाद दे सकता है, ना उनको कोई श्राप दे सकता है. करेक्ट? ये सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी. हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, so many questions are there. So many questions are there. देखो, and one thing. चलो, let me try to see. Double slit experiment every part of. I teach. Taruna Mataji is teaching double slit experiment. Wonderful. It's a very big puzzle. No, you agree? The big puzzle for the science. People do not know it is. It is, and double slit experiment may bring science and spirituality together one day. It may bring. Okay. To physics related to spirituality in Bhagavad Gita. Thanks for the class today. Time to thank you, Nandini Mataji. And the Kalyuga, love is the only attachment and possessiveness. Yeah, pure love is with God, pure love. Other things are not so true. That's okay. Can you explain the relational state of Turiya, Samadhi, Siddhi related to consciousness? I explained, no? Turiya means beyond direct relation with the Lord. Samadhi means total absorption with the Lord. Siddhis are not spiritual, they are material. Just like in Mahabharata war, Arjuna had many big weapons. These are all siddhis or some gifts of devatas which he used. Okay? Siddhis are on a subtle platform. Sages have their way in a higher stage of consciousness. Okay? But at the same time, Krishna consciousness, the highest stage of consciousness. Who can get vision in sleep which come true? Continue science. That the theory that is just popularly accepted is still a theory. Yeah, that's what I agree. That's a theory. It's still a theory. Even though it's popular, it's a theory. No, the flaws in Darwinism, Miller theory, oh, it has been exciting, but what to do? Why creation happened? You have to go back to Krishna, why we have been, no, we are eternal. We chose not to serve Krishna. Krishna said, I'll give you all the opportunity to be independent. I will not force you. But then you say, Krishna, I can be happy only with you. My dear child, come back. That's the creation. Discuss Darwin theory because find someone explain both this theory. Oh, I have a presentation on Darwin theory only some other day. Interested to discuss about Darwin theory. The many experiments to prove evolution. No. There is no. But we can disprove also. I agree. They say there is no proof. They have something, it looks like, but there is a counter evidence also for that. It is not true that. Just like they have that in some, in England, they had the moth, kettlewell or something they call moth. They found that when the Industrial Revolution occurred, one kind of moth became more prevalent. So it has evolved to another moth to just survive. It's not true. Both variants are already existing. But one variant became more popular, another variant reduced in number. That's what happened. There's always another explanation. Mahabharata, may I please will you unmute? Beautiful word, wonderful, thank you. If everything is arranged by Krishna, how comes Draupadi disrobing? There is one more Shrapa for that. De pura Mahabharata blessing Shrapa. Iska dhoond lo. What was the Shrapa? Because with Draupadi had that. There was some situation already did. And it also built a good, neat case against the Kauravas. Just like Ravana, when he stole Sita, neat case developed ho gaya uske baad. Krishna also. But they were the reason why she had that. Drop it, yeah, past karam tha. Because of that it happened. Krishna was the king, he could have given 5 villages that khud hi de dete wahan se. No, they were, the Duryodhana was the emperor of the whole world. Don't think anything was independent of him. He was the emperor of the whole world. Why he was slave physically, then why didn't Yudhishthira protect the, when he was slave physically? Yeah, that is why Yudhishthira was in Dharma Sankat. मैं तो गुलाम हूँ तो गुलाम कैसे डिसीजन ले सकता है दुर्योधन के इच्छा के बिना. He was trapped in Dharma Sankat. Darwin theory, when, some other day. Okay. Now what we will do, I think, because see, I understood, Mumai opened this technical thing. Let us be realistic. You may be interested, but many people just wanted to hear Krishna, no? Therefore they are there. Many people I saw, they were going away. Therefore I stopped my presentation. or technical, because not everybody is so interested in this. Someday we will do. Okay? We will definitely plan. Keep in touch. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Take care. My request is chant Hare Krishna, and this teachable. Please remind me admins tomorrow. The teachable. Anybody is having problem, because I want you see. I didn't design the questions, but done by students only, and there may be one or two questions, thoda little vagueness and all, but overall it's right. There and there nahi. 180 questions, maybe 1 or 2, 3 questions, maybe a little vague, but overall it's a very good attempt by students. Sincere attempt to see that you have read the book properly. They are trying to see. So go through that. It will see that the chapter hasn't properly understood. And that is the only way I get attendance. There is no other way for me to know who is attending the classes. Okay?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhascha. Everybody is open now. Vancha kalpatarubhascha. Kripa sindhiva evacha. Patitana pavanebhyo Vaishnava namo nama. Anant Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Kalavati Mataji wants to talk to you.
No, Prabhuji. Just I want to say you Hare Krishna. That's all.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.